Hello everybody and welcome to the Kimchi Cast as we kick off the final week of the LLA Spring Split 2024. It says day 19 there. It's just because the text was a little too big and I'm a little too dumb. But I, as always, am your host, Boxed Kimchi, here to bring you the pair of best of threes. This here is Leo, and the mic has moved for the fourth time, for the third time now. But regardless of all that, just 3 days to go in the regular season, and we are going to roll into the playoffs. But first, of course, we got to get to the playoffs, and here we go. All Knights Estral kicking us off today. This one more important for All Knights than it is for Estral, of course. If you don't know, Estral already locking in first in the LLA, regardless of the outcome. Rainbow 7 only have one game to go, and they have 10 wins already, including a pair of wins over Rainbow 7. Sorry, I have water in my throat. I'm choking on water, as it's going to be a Rumble first pick, as it's unbanned once again. Only the 6th or the 15th time we'll be seeing it, but it's responded by an instant Twisted Fate lock in for Cody. So, getting that mid laner locked in pretty quick. Twisted Fate, of course, in the very good favor at the moment, or in very good standing with pro players at the moment. It should be fine. It's going to be a Nautilus lock-in, which actually may lead us to a Varus. This may actually be hinting at a Varus lock-in some point in the near future here for Estral. But All Knights already with the top lane shown. Are they going to go for bot lane here? They will at least grab an ADC, and they're going to grab a potential flex in the Maokai. So Senna Maokai or Maokai jungle will be the case, and this is going to be Twisted Fate mid guaranteed now, and Smolder locked in for Snaker, and Smolder has been picking up steam. The Smolder train is now fully rolling in pro play, and it is very, very silly and very, very stupid that it works, but Smolder, Nautilus, bot lane locked in. I don't know if we've seen Estral take it yet. Has Snaker taken the Smolder? My memory might just be wrong, but has not taken it yet. That's going to be Poppy and Lee Sin banned away from Jose Dioto. Lee Sin, Jose Dioto's favorite champion. In fact, he's widely just known as Lee Sin to some of his friends in the League community, because of course he is. Where the there we go. 31 and 27, damn. That is going to be Viego taken away from Grell. Grell, I mean, I think Viego, I want to say Viego's his most played champion on the season at the moment. He's played a lot. He's also played a lot of Nocturne, though. It is 4 games. I was like, I know for Xin Zhao, Nocturne, Belveth, and Noc or Xin, whichever one I didn't say. Because that's going to be Sedge taken away from Jose Dioto now. A champ every jungler has been playing a ton of in recent years because of how strong she's been in the fast clearing jungle meta, the tanky fast clear jungle meta, I guess, to be more specific. But we're not going to see it here. Now, top lane needed. There's going to be, I was going to say top and jungle needed for Estral, and they're going to leave top lane open for the counter. It is Rel jungle locked in for Jose Dioto, and that is I mean, damn, I can't click anything. And what is the response here for the All Knights? And the blind in top, what is going to be 2-0 on the Rel so far this season for Jose Dioto, and it is going to be Grell going back to the well of Xin Zhao. You see 12 and 8 on the season for the Seneschal of Demacia. 1 and 2 though in the hands of Grell so far. So not a really good case at the moment. Already played it against Estral, lost, going 1-6 and 2 in a very bad game, as that is going to be the Azir locked in for nobody. And will this be when they need to flip the script here against Estral? Already 0 and 2 against them on the season. The All Knights need to pick up wins here. They are in a dogfight with Leviathan for the final seed in the upper bracket. It's going to be the Orianna response for Cody. And you saw the Orianna there, 4-11. 4-11 in the LLA so far. Cody 1-0 on the champion. Only played it against Isurus last week. So only the second game for Cody this year, and Orianna's win rate is a massive discrepancy, I believe, in the LLA. I mean, 46% to significantly less than 46%, so yes, a wild discrepancy on the Orianna. A 26% win rate here in the LLA. Wildly different from what we've been seeing around the world. But will Estral take it to a second straight win? It would be Orianna's first back-to-back wins of the season if they were able to do it. And of course, entering today, everyone betting 2-0 on the number 1 seed, the best team at the moment in LLA. It's just way too easy to bet on them, especially against a team that is just looking to go 500 on the season, while Estral are hunting for the perfect season, the first one in LLA history. It would be indeed. But gotta play the game still, as we are jumping onto the Rift for game 1 of potentially 3 in this best of 3, of course. Duh, that's how it works. But everyone's expecting a 2-0 at the hands of the Bird squad as they continue their march in what is, at the moment, the most dominant split in Latin American League of Legends history, it seems. If you're wondering what the other game today is, though, of course, we have 2 best of 3s. It will be Leviathan versus Rainbow 7 following it up. So the All Knights will know what tomorrow's condition is. At the moment, as long as All Knights match Leviathan, they will have advantage for getting that upper bracket seed tomorrow. If they end today tied at 4-7 or 5-6, it will be All Knights win and in. The pressure is on Leviathan to hope for an 0-2 week for the All Knights, and Leviathan need at least a 1-1. As you can see, Cody and Nobody trading just a little bit, with Cody getting the better of Nobody. With that, what the hell? With the comment, as you can see, Nobody onto the grasp here. Thinks he's going to be trading pretty hard in this laning phase. Okay. Sure, we can go with that. But this will be an interesting matchup, to say the least, now that Cody has added in that grasp proccing. And we're going to have to see how many stacks he's going to pick up, because it's going to be kind of the core of his gameplay here, is trading Cody. But he's already behind in level as expected. But still, it's not a good situation to be in, even though it's expected of them. And you could see Zothev actually getting pushed in. This is going to be... I just noticed this is Twisted Fate top, but Zothev may have learned why. Rumble has been nearly a permaban as Flash for Flash there in the top lane, and Zothev is going to be able to survive the Airy Scorch, doing so much damage, but Hadan has nothing left he can throw at Zothev here to get early push, and he's just going to take this back, buy an item early, teleport, but he's actually going to continue to push this wave into Zothev. If he can actually get the positioning advantage here. That's yellow card already burned, and that's the flash out of Nobody in mid, actually. The hook lands from Ackerman, but it's just going to be a disengage. Grell is here. This is going to be first blood for the top jungle of All Knights, and it is a punish for a very cheeky pick from the best team in Latin America, indeed. And no teleport means All Knights going to get this plate onto Hadan. No assist for Hadan, but it will be Grell picking up 400 gold into his pocket. Not going to actually even siege the turret. Is here now. Zothev getting the yellow card out, but the stun doesn't matter. Hadan, with the help of his jungler, has picked up second blood here, and now 1-0-1 on the Xin. 1-0 on this Rumble, and teleport available. Cody, we're actually going to see a grass proc. That's kind of crazy because of well, the lane state, you wouldn't think, or with this matchup, you wouldn't think there's going to be a ton of grass procs going through. I mean, yeah, maybe there'd be a good amount of grass procs. I don't know how valuable it would be. You see yellow card down for Zothiv now. He sticks for just a little too long. Grell's able to take him out. Hadan is just going to finish off this wave here. Is looking for a potential proxy. Sees Zothiv, decides it's best to just get the ward and recall, but sees that Zothiv's running forwards with Ghost here, so he's just going to jump him. The stun comes through, but the wind was already lightning, and the audacious charge was already used, and now Cody getting jumped. Trigo here just needs one more auto, but the hook's going to land onto nobody. And it will be Jose Diono picking up the kill onto the mid laner of Estra, or of All Knights. Whoops. And Cody gets a little help from his friends to clear on this mid wave and get back into a much, much more favorable wave state. And of course, survives. That's the most important situation, I guess. Was in a very dangerous situation. Could have gone drastically different had Trigo just had a little bit more damage or a little bit more move speed as the heal comes through. The flash from Trigo, but there's not enough damage coming through thanks to that dissonance. And the hook from Ackerman, and Ackerman's just looking to give this kill onto anybody else, and it's going to be Jose Diono picking it up with a full tilt shattering strike. And now gold is back to even, thanks to a big CS discrepancy in mid and bot lane. But it will be All Knights starting the Void Grubs, and I think with Jose Diono down in bot lane, yeah, they're just going to get all of them. Trigo came up, and they will get all 3 of the opening Void Grubs, and this is the CB LOL super team going in a very advantageous position right now. Is Trigo looking to get a dive here onto Zoth with Grell in hand. That's going forwards. Zothiv has been rooted. He has been 3-point shrunken. Now the answer in mid. Jose going to get the mount up. There's the stun coming through. He's going to start tanking. Cody should be able to pick up this kill here, and he will. Jose almost trading his life. Cody going very low, but it will be well played by the mid jungle of Estral, as it normally is. Gastric's going to have to give up a lot of pressure, though, in the bot lane, but they are putting value into getting Grell fed here, and that is what's most important to them right now, as we can see the platings being traded back in kind in top lane, and Jose Diono going to start. Oh my god, they're just going to put Zoth in the shallow grave again. The root comes through the 3-point strike, and it's Trigo picking up the kill here, and the Twisted Fate just can't lane at all. Oh no, it's a disaster in top lane, but it's beautiful in mid right now. But there's Cody trying to stop Grell from stealing away some camps. They figure that Jose Diono is on the dragon with how long he's been off the map for, and he will be able to solo it. He is very tanky, has the full tilt to give him some damage. Eventually, the dragon will fall in favor of Estral. But now, 4 deaths in the top lane. They've traded it back with a pair of kills in mid. And this is an interesting game, to say the least. I'm more than confident in saying this is the first Twisted Fate top lane we have seen. I'm pretty confident in that one. Twisted Fate was already high demand, and then it became higher demand with a little bit of a tweak. Not transfer. And now Trigo pushing, playing a little bit aggressively. He's been playing top lane. Wow. We've been playing him top. And where? Everywhere. Zothiv did play it recently, didn't he? He played it against Infinity. I couldn't be here for that game. I was busy. But they thought maybe they could get away with it. They could not, is the answer. They could not get away with it. Or Isurus. They played against Isurus. Laundry's played. Damn. It's actually okay. Now Jose Diono getting a little bit of revenge, stealing away the Raptors camp. Spotted out though, and Hadan just continuing to keep the pressure up. But now they know Jose Diono's here, and Trigo is under leveled by a lot. Gastric's going to just be able to safely farm here. They've brought down 4 from Estral to try and get this play onto the All Knights bot duo, but it does not come through. But they're just gonna clear this wave out and go for another dive. Go for part 3, or I guess try 2. in the bot lane. It is just a Maokai. He only has Nature's Grasp. That is pretty much the only tool he has here to keep himself alive. Will be just another plating over to Snaker, though. And nobody's hanging around on Cody now. Spotted out. Could have took the recall. Is not going to. And Azothav's stuck under turret again. And, I mean, an interesting pick to say the least, but it's just not at all working. He has the Swifties. That's it. Trigo is back for round number 4 now, and Zothav going to be able to get away using the Ghost with the Destiny pop to identify what the play was going on. He found something was up and is right. He's not going to have the Destiny or the Gate for a while, though. Don can throw the ulti down if he feels like trolling. I don't think that will be the case. He's going to either let Zothav decide if he's going to stick around or just let him recall and take the turret, because this turret would disappear if Zothav takes that recall. As we can see, the Void Grip started by All Knights once again, and they're just going to hand this over. This is going to be Void Mites on to All Knights here. And it's going to be all 6 grubbies as well. Or, well, the 6th grub on top of it, and this is a very proactive All Knights game. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, but this is a very proactive All Knights against Estral of all teams. Like, not the team I was expecting to see this happen to, but they found an angle to get a slight gold lead in this early game. And that's going to be first turret gone at 10:23. Trying to answer in this bot lane, but Gastrix has decent enough wave clear at the moment that they haven't been able to really get too many waves under and get a full push off. But finally, they seem to have found an angle. The recall is going to be spotted. Hidan throws down the ulti. Flash for flash on Trigo and Zothav. And this is just going to be tier 2 going down, but there's the 3-point strike coming through with the wind becoming lightning. The stun will land. Hidan has no more damage, but Grell has an auto and a crescent strike, or crescent guard. And it's going to be a killing spree for Grell, fully onto this Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate 0-5. Zothav taken one for the team here. In exchange, Snaker massively ahead in gold right now over either bot lane or whichever one you want to count it for. He has a huge plating advantage now. Gastrix has been 2v1 this entire time. I mean, they have gotten Zothav massively behind, but it's come at the cost of 1, putting all your resources into top lane, and 2, I mean, yeah, getting Rumble Fed's pretty good, but 2, nobody's behind. Gastrix is behind. Trigo is behind now, so it's not been fully worth it. Or maybe it has, as nobody's forced to flash away and use the drift, and that is everything out of the mid laner of All Knights once again, and that is kind of the situation you've put him into at the moment. Is that, yes, like, everything is a threat to him, but they will get this second Drake. All Knights just able to get Estral to disengage. As we can see, more first item. Well, the first item coming through for Estral, it will be the Essence Reaver. Snaker, or not Snaker, Trigo landing the root onto Jose Diodo. But Hidan has so much damage. He is so strong, already having Leandries. The snipe forces the flash out of Jose Diodo, but now here comes a dive angle, but they don't have an equalizer, so they're going to just give up the kill. Not going to finish it off, saying, we got a lot out of that. Got the flash out of Jose Diodo. We can just back off. And now pushing S3 onto this bot lane, trying to clear on this wave, is Snaker with that Achu. And he will successfully be able to do that with a single Achu and a Q. So, safety in turrets. Or safety under the turret for Estral at the moment. But Trigo unspotted here. Hidan has the equalizer. If they can kind of get their abilities to overlap here, maybe chain the CC together, it would be massively advantageous for the All Knights. Picking up this kill onto Smolder would be a pretty big boost in gold right now. That is a 0 death, 117 CS Smolder. That is at least 300 gold, if not 350 or 400. They probably should put more focus on to getting Cody, because Cody is going to be a problem, and so is Snaker. But Snaker is going to become a problem no matter what at this point of the game. I haven't seen the stack count. They don't show us the stack count here, but Snaker has 117 CS and a lot of hits onto Gastrix. There's no way he doesn't have a good percentage of his Q stacks already, or of his dragon training. As we can see, Grell starting up the Rift Herald now, and there's no contest here from Estral, just handing it over, just letting them take it. They spot it out, and they're going to see if they can get something in the bot lane, because Hadan is worth a lot of gold right now with the current, or with a 150 gold bounty at the moment. It would be very nice to get that money onto Cody. Like, getting that money onto Cody would be great. But it's a 3v2. They haven't spotted out Ackerman, but trying to get a play here. There's just going to be Rift Herald. There's going to drop it. Grell driving. There is no wave, so it is going to be Grell getting locked down here by Ackerman. And they pan away, but the Crescent Guard forced out of Grell, and he will be able to survive at least. But now, over the wall, Jose Diodo decides against it. And that will be All Knights again winning out on this trade. They don't get a full turret here. Gastrix in a really bad position as here comes the gates. He's going to jump forwards. The Nature's Grasp out. The teleport from Hadan. Jose Diodo is going to be eliminated here. Great aftershock. Great shockwaves there to stop the push onto Cody. Or to stop Cody from getting completely obliterated there. But it's a 1-for-0 and a half a turret there. All Knights are just somehow taking it to Estral. Somehow. For now. I'm not going to count out Estral because they have a decently strong Orianna. They have a Smolder that has not been contested. Cody going to just put... Or not Cody. Hadan just going to lay down the equalizer in the middle of the lane. In the middle of turret. And just force Cody to walk just the one way he can if he wants to survive. Sorry, this mic is really, really bouncy right now. It's annoying. And this is just all locked down onto Jose Diodo. Great crash down Magnet Storm. Great ulti here from Cody to stop Ground from pushing forwards. That's all it's going to be. But now they may have found Hadan. There's the shutdown going to Ackerman. From Trigo, there's the shockwave, and there it is. Cody finds Hadan. That is 500 gold in his pocket, and that is a very, very valuable play from Estral, and they have found their way right back into this game. No problem. Cody was not even in danger there at all in that play. All Knights overestimate what they can do, and it is a big play there from Estral to lock them down. And Gastrix can't do a damn thing to Cody right now, and he's just got the recall already. This is they thought they can get away with recalling here, but they just can't. Ackerman locking down Trigo already. Flashing in to make sure that the depth charge lands as fast as possible. Cody able to walk forwards with a silenced rumble, overheated over. I mean, everything. It was over. Yes, but an overheating rumble can't throw any spells, so just shockwaves him on top of himself and finishes off the kill. Trigo goes low. There's the mom coming in, but it's not gonna do anything besides dissuade Trigo from going any further forwards. But now the hook lands onto Grell. He's able to Crescent Guard away, and he's gonna block all the damage and get out with his life. But that is flash out of Trigo, Crescent Guard out of Grell, and the Brazilian super team is looking in a bit of a bad spot now, despite putting Zolotov so far behind, as Estral will just take this Cloud Drake to start stacking. I said that gross, sorry. To start their Drake stacking faster than All Knights could. But still going to be a very late soul if it does come down to it. But total damage. Hadan was doing a lot, but now Cody's doing a ton. Already 10,000 damage for the Orion. 11,000 even. But double digits on that leading number Boom goes the dynamite for Cody. Cody going to be absolutely huge here. They have the Rel, and that's just going... I mean, Rel, Nautilus, Orianna, very scary situation. I'm going to absolutely love to see what Estadal cook up here with these Orianna plays, because they can get very creative. It allows them to play very aggressively, and that is going to play super nicely with how this team loves to play. They love to get in your face, love to remind you that they are the better team, and just let it fly. Let the fist fly, damn it. As there's the mom coming down just to clear out the wave, and it's just gone. The wave is just gone. This is actually before the Smolder changes that they've said are coming are out. If you don't know, Smolder is getting increased ratios on everything for some reason. I can't tell you. Better AP, better AD. Like, it's stupid. They want to move Smolder to a crit build. It's not working at all. These are not the changes you do for that, but whatever. Grell trying to just threaten the potential take on the Scuttle Crab, but just going to use the Wind Becomes Lightning to get over to the blue buff here, so no fight over instead. And there's the Sun Disc coming down, just creating a little bit of pressure. Nobody, just checking to see where anyone is, to see if anyone's coming to attack him in this top brush right now. Contest him in the top lane. No one's coming, but we see the 3 stack in mid. And they're going to try and get this turret down, but there goes the Destiny. There goes the gate. Here comes the Crash Out Magnet Storm. Equalizer down, but it's not going to hit anybody, but Jose Diodo is getting blown up right now, but here comes the depth charge. It's only going to land on Grell. Mom comes in. It's already a 1-for-1. Zothev has found 1. Zothev will not find 2. There's the Emperor's Divide to get nobody away, but there's the yellow card from Zothev continuing to go forwards. That is the power of Twisted Fate right now, but it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Estral. All Knight's trying desperately to find a fight there. They got aggressive, but Estadal punished beautifully with a teleport Destiny. And now Smolder able to make space with Ackerman, and they have to just back off. They can't try and go for any re-engage kills here. They have nothing. They have no CC. And that is a lot forced out of the All Knights just to lose your top or your mid-tier 1 in the end. They think it looks so good. They get Jose Diodo here. They get a lot of the turret down, but this equalizer's hitting no one. Great shields coming in from the Dawning Shadow, but Zothev just able to get into that backline and blow up Gastrix, force Hidan to completely disengage. Grell is trying to do anything, but him and nobody are just doing no damage. And then the flash force there on with the yellow card auto coming through, and that is just a massively beneficial 2-for-1 for Estadal. They close this gold gap. They even take the gold lead in the end, but you could see the damage, nothing coming through from anybody besides nobody. Just doesn't have any backup damage there. No one else is doing anything. Nobody was the only one able to go in. Trigo doesn't have any damage at the moment. He's 1.5 items. An item and 2 components. Grell just can't get in there. He's busy getting jungled. Hidan needs to have more than Zothev just to hit, but even then, his equalizer hit nobody. Hit no one, I guess I should say. As stun going to be dodged there very well from Hidan. It could have been a very dire situation had that landed. Ackerman was there to follow it up, and Snaker had plenty of damage to try and finish the job. But now it is All Knights, despite their early lead, falling behind is honestly a terrible thing, obviously. But when you are so far ahead, it's really, really scary. It is a scary situation to be in when you were almost 3,000 gold ahead on the back of your aggressive play, and now that aggressive play is costing you, as nobody going to be able to use the divide to get away, and he's going to be able to drift away there. The shockwave and the hook not really in sync with each other. The shockwave overwrote the hook, so kept nobody close to the wall. He was able to just jump away with the conquering and shifting sands, but still getting a disengage from nobody and getting pressure in this top lane now by giving them the opportunity to push out wave. Still something. Ackerman getting rooted now. Grell going to go forwards, but they might have gone a bit too far, but they're going to be able to back up Jose Diodo and Snaker. But you see the white bars now coming in. Snaker past the 225 mark, executes on the map now. And as everyone has been putting it, a champion with a true damage health burn, a true damage max health burn, and a 10% execute is a very, very stupid idea. But it's what Smolder does, and it's exactly what makes him a pain in the neck to play against in the late game. But it will be All Knight's able to back out Estral here. But they have an angle. Cody on a flank route can come in, and the hook going to land onto Hadan. That is all the damage coming in. Shockwave down. There goes the mom. And that is a lot of damage already dealt to the All Knights. The hook comes through, but it's going to be stopped. But there's the sneeze. Here comes the flap, flap, flap. It's a triple quadra for Snaker. They are chasing down Trigo. They want the penta. Give it to him. The Q, the pentakill for Snaker, and Estral storm back into this game, and now they have All Knights on the ropes. The dragon will be theirs. They are on soul point. Snaker going to finish off this wave and remind everyone why Smolder is a broken mess of a champion. It starts out so well. They pick the best possible target right there. The Dawn is pretty much the highest damage threat on All Knights right now. And then getting everybody grouped up is exactly what Snaker wanted. Allows him to get those Q pierces. Allows him to hit multiple people, win the W, get more explosions on the sneeze. And then the flash Q from Snaker secures the penta. And that is the fourth one of the split already. And that is a very, very scary Dragon Child. 3 items with the ultimate spear now is most important. That is just going to be such a pain in the neck to deal with. It is such a pain in the neck to deal with already. 5,000, almost 6,000 damage, and it is just nonsensical how much this champion can do. It's supposed to be your easy to play late game scaling ADC, and it is just, oh, it scales. It scales. Let's put it that way. It scales. It is really good at that. But All Knight's getting this push now in mid lane. But here comes the mom. The Nature's Grasp going down. They will cancel the teleport. And that is the equalizer thrown down. That is gone. That is your Smolder out of the fight. And it is a massive shutdown onto, I believe that was Trigo who got it. If not, it was Hadan. I did not see who picked up the kill. I was busy being a moron, probably. They will get the Sun Disc down, but now All Knight's taking this as their angle to go in. Hadan is hidden. There you go. Boom, Hadan is hidden. But Baron, only 4 members on it. Estral have not spotted out the Rumble yet, but there's no ulti on Hadan, so the only threat he has is running at someone. But there's the shuffle. He catches out Jose Diodo, but that's Cody locked down now, and it's going to be Hadan getting a massive shutdown already onto Cody. That is another core damage target out. And that is going to be the Destiny Gate away. Jose Diodo stuck on the wrong side of the map, though. He's going to be able to remount and tank up this turret, but he has nobody chasing him. Here comes the teleport from Hadan as well to make sure this horse lady goes down. And it's going to be Hadan going on a killing spree as All Knights are now making their big team fight plays against Estral. But Zothev going to just push in this mid lane. Snaker's back. There's executes. The Baron makes you so squishy. They need to be careful. Smolder has so much AoE damage. And the execute, of course, as I've mentioned too many times already. Ackerman going to get rooted. The smite coming through. It's going to land. They've jumped out of Smolder. And that is Snaker gone and out of the fight. Zothev and Ackerman trying their hardest to keep the dragon alive, but shut down for Trigo. Baron buff to All Knights, and Estral have not found an angle. 2 times now they have not found the angle. Snaker gives his life over, gives over probably over 1,000 in gold to the damage carries of the All Knights now, and a beautiful, beautiful angle for them to get back into this game. The only threat they have is the Dragon Soul coming through, but it's not even that strong of a Drake Soul for them. It's going to be Jose Diodo and And Zothiv really benefiting from it. But you could see here, they tried, but they get caught out. They couldn't really defend the turret. And with that teleport not coming through, Cody was not able to get in as fast as he would have liked. There was no wave there for them to teleport to. So had to go over the turret. If that turret fell, they had to walk all the way over. And now Snaker's gone. And so you're in a 4v5. Great Emperor's Divide there. Incredible shuffle to get Jose Dioto forced in on. And then Zotha forced to flash away against the Destiny out. But Jose Dioto has to run. They do burn a teleport here, but they just wanted the jungler dead. As long as Jose Dioto is dead, that's going to be a big deal here. Because that is always going to be a go angle for the All Knights on this Baron. And now Snaker back, but it's not going to be enough. Grell has been caught out a little. Jose Dioto going to land the Shouting Strike onto Gastrix, and he's going to have to disengage a little bit. Grell is dancing on the line, and he's going to get Cody jumped in, but the Emperor's Divide doesn't land. Able to flash away. Now Mom comes down from the sky, and that Zoth have already taken out the Nego, and All Knights have bit off way more than they could chew. Gastrix is going down to Snaker. Nobody. There's the equalizer. It's absolutely huge, but nobody will fall, but he's going to be able to get Snaker down, so maybe there's an angle, but Hidan has no more spells to throw. Double kill for Snaker. Now chasing down Grell is Zothiv, but it's going to be him getting the triple. It's the ace for Estradal in 3-4 team fights in a row. These two teams can't stop it with these fights in the late game, and it will be Dragon Soul over to Bird Squad. Fist fighting constantly, just throwing hands this entire game. It's All Knights. Grell realizes he needs to make a play, but it is Cody with the reflexes on the double knock-on plan. And he says, nah, not gonna happen. And they get rid of Trigo early. Hidan only has so much damage he could throw. Thinks he can go in, realizes that's not he has way too much heat, and he's forced to go down. Smolder does get traded in the end, but it is a 5-for-2, and now All Knights are gonna have to just wait for Elder here, or well, wait for Baron, then Elder, and you could see the damage from Zothiv now. It's finally time to shine. He was put so far behind early, but the thing is, you can only gank for so long. Shut your face, Discord. I do not care. But you can only gank for so long before they catch or they lose value on those plays. Grell is going into the Crescent Guard, and there's the equalizer coming down. But Grell needs to path the right way, and he's chosen horribly wrong, and he's going to get snakered on. He's going to get 200 years off of the map. Where is he running? I know he has to wait for Jose Dioto and Ackerman to walk away, but he's just running into the enemy team on the other side of the wolves there, and he's just going to give away his life for free. Now it is a 4v5 that the All Knights are going to struggle to defend without their core go-forwards that isn't Gastrix. They're going to need somebody to go in with the Azir, and it's going to be really hard to tell Gastrix to be that guy because he's just not that tanky, to be honest. Really not. He has some tankiness, but it doesn't matter. It's Smolder. Smolder doesn't really care how tanky you are. Twisted Fate, 80 Twisted Fate doesn't care how tanky you are. He is Kraken Slayer, and he's proccing it so many times. It just doesn't really matter. Like, look at how fast Zothiv is attacking. Exactly. He doesn't care that you have armor. He's going to throw so many auto attacks that it doesn't matter how much armor you have. He is hurting you in one way or another. And Grell has been found. Grell has been yellow carded. He's getting stunned up. Jose Dioto trying to remount, but he's going to be able to Crescent Guard to safety. So Grell gets out with his life, but now this bot, tier 2, will not. Nobody is not either. He's getting magnet stormed. He's getting thrown around, and it's going to be a kill for Snaker. Number 10, number 11, as it's a double kill now. Gastrix in a bad spot, and that's the hook landing onto Hidan. Snaker, quadra kill. This champ is so damn balanced, Riot. Pentakill 2 in a game for Snaker. And Smolder is a champion indeed. Rito Burrito, you made no errors designing this one. Jeez, man. What the? I mean, like, god damn, man. And it will be Astral picking up this game here from what seemed like a messy early, what was a messy early game, turns into a victory. The Dragon Child leads Astral to victory. That's all I can say. Like, what is this? Gotta adjust the... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That. Maybe a little less. No, that's too much. Dang it. I'm gonna do a little... That. Move it over a little bit. I want to angle it. Anyways, Riot, what have you released onto the Rift? This champion is a massive, massive problem. The stacking system is just dumb. I get it, but it's way too easy for pros to stack just purely off of CS. Sneaker did nothing but farm for like 20 minutes and just became an unkillable monster. It's literally just Sivir with extra steps. Like, it is insane how strong this champion is in the late. It is almost unbeatable unless you get a I mean, yes, it is beatable. We saw All Knights get 2 picks onto it, but it just doesn't matter after a certain point. Smolder is just way too strong to be topped. She is, or he is, sorry, I've always called Smolder a she. I just, first impression was that. But he was just a massive issue, and he continues to just be a massive issue as more and more players are understanding how this champion works. There's not much else. I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Cody was doing really well until it just didn't matter how Cody was doing anymore. All Knights were winning until, I mean, they kind of threw. Let's be honest. Smolder's broken. All Knights threw that game twice. Like, it was still winnable, even though Smolder is a problem of a champion, as I will put it. Like, All Knights still had an angle to win that game. It just didn't happen. And with Smolder, it just doesn't matter. Your win con is nothing. Your win con is you aren't. But this is one of those terrible engages. They just don't hit anything. They get a Jose Dioto here, but they don't do a damn thing. Look at that. 3 full health bars on the side of Estral, including the Smolder and the Twisted Fate. 2 carries. Full health almost, that entire fight. And this is, I believe this is the first pentakill. Yes, this is the first penta, which is just to describe how stupid this champion is. The first penta where you didn't even do any, like, you just had to do a good enough amount of damage. Not enough, just a good enough amount of damage. I mean, Trigo wasn't surviving, even without the execute. That one was a kill. I can't even argue that one. Trigo was dead regardless of executes here. But this was such a good fight, actually. I guess that Nature's Grasp didn't catch, somehow caught Snaker there. And I could say that was a little bit of a shenanigan, but didn't catch enough of Snaker. And then Snaker just gets jumped on by Grell. What a reaction speed there by Grell to make sure that not only were they getting Baron, Snaker died. And then this is nobody completely disrespecting the 5-stack Estral have. And just Snaker doing Smolder things, just doing everybody's health bar with 0 auto attacks. This champion's an ADC, by the way. May I remind you, this champion is an ADC and barely auto attacks. There's no reason to build crit on him because you're just spamming Q and W. God, this champion's dumb. I love Snaker. Congrats, of course. Like, Snaker's very good. He's better than I will ever be at this game. But that doesn't excuse the fact that Smolder is a stupid champion. But you could see 44,000. Cody had a great game and still got smoked in the damage numbers because he doesn't have a 10% health execute. Like, you give Orianna a 10% health execute, she'd probably do 44,000 damage a game too. She would get double pentakills constantly with Shockwave dissonance combos. Ugh. But they also did play very well as a team. As much as I would love to just dumpster riot for this Champions design, they did play very well. They knew that they could sack Zothiv. I mean, it also, yes, was on the All Knights. They very much let this happen. Like, did not even try to put Smolder behind, which is what you're supposed to do. Put Smolder behind. Like, if you put Smolder a little bit behind, it takes a little longer to get to that stacking point. But they never did. They put all their pressure into Zothiv because they saw how good he could be at it, of course. Like, they know Zothiv is very good. He's won on the Twisted Fate top lane, so they think that he's going to be the win condition. But you have an Orianna. Cody's already proven to be very good at Orianna. First player to get, or has led Orianna to back-to-back wins now for the first time this season, which is concern, or the first time in the LLA this season, and Smolder in the bot lane is just a ticking time bomb. So maybe they thought it's not going to matter what we do. Smolder's going to be Smolder, and we just ignore it and try and get Hadan as fed as possible. But it didn't even work because it wasn't like they were winning anywhere else. They were losing in bot lane and it just got outplayed in mid lane, like, repeatedly. Nobody really had no support that game at all. They just let him die a couple times. And there was nothing they could really do. A Grasp Azir kind of is in a weird position because he needs to do a lot of damage. But he also is trying to sustain a little bit, but the sustain really wasn't possible because he didn't have any frontlining. But it's a mess of a story, and basically Cody was the carry until Cody just needed to hit shockwaves so that Snaker can do everyone's health bar with a single Q, because it is insane how strong this champ. I'm still not over. I'm never going to be over it. I'm going to be salty about it forever because this champion is just dumb. But they did have really good team plays there, especially, like, they caught out All Knights 2-3 different times. Recall. They definitely called them on the recall. That recall is definitely should just recalled under the turret button. Ooh, recall. They should have got nobody on that top lane, but just a bit of a miscommunication. Throwing the shockwave after the hook was not the best plan. I can't think of a third one right now, but my brain is absolutely fried. But it was superior team play in spite of Estral playing maybe their worst game of the season. So, ouch. But it was, and I'm right, it was their worst game of the season by far. Just getting absolutely smacked in the early game. That is something we really haven't seen someone do to Estral this season. I'm not certain I'm definitely certain it's not happening next game. Teams that do well against Estral in game one don't bode well. I think it's a one-win squad. There's one team that's gotten a win off after a close game one with Estral. It's Rainbow 7, and they got curb stomped in game 3 anyways, and I think it's going to go the way of that. None of these teams have the same skill to match Estral multiple games in a row. But player of the game, of course it's Snaker. Of course it's the Shenanigans champion. Very well played, though. I mean, they're just going to show the pentakills. I think the pentakills are honestly the least skilled part of Snaker this game. Like, I think the pentakills are the least impressive part of today's games. So, of game one, at least. I can't say today's games because it's plural, like, that implies it. But I think it's going to stand that way, that Snaker on the Smolder, his double pentakills, are going to be the least impressive part of the games today. I think not only he, but I think the team, I think Estral as a unit had a much more interesting game than just a pair of pentakills would lead you to believe. They had some really good coordinated plays. They had some really sloppy plays as well. And this is just, I mean, it's not that interesting. I get it. Pentakills are fun, but, like, it's kind of like the Zeri issue all over again. This champ just isn't fun to watch pentakills happen on, which is saying something. So anyways, you can't see me at the moment, but we're going to take it to a small break as we will see if All Knights can keep the pressure up. in game 2. I'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back for game 2 of All Knights Estral. We saw Estral messy game, messy start, clean finish for them in game 1 as they got a pair of pentakills on Snaker to fuel their game 1 victory. And again, 1 win away from 11. And I say once again as if they have been 1 win away from 11-0 before, but as we've seen plenty of times, and for the 11th time this season, one win away from being undefeated, I guess, if you want to phrase it that way, like I did. But back on the red side for Estral, All Knight's choosing to go onto the blue again, and Smolder is the name of the game. No bans changed at all. Estral getting the Dragon Child again somehow, it seems, unless they think it's going to change, but this is going to be Twisted Fate locked in again. We've seen that Zothav can draw pressure with it despite not even being close too valuable in the game yet. They put so much pressure onto that Twisted Fate that I would draft it again just to make sure they keep putting that pressure on, especially if you are able to win mid as hard as you did. It's going to be an instant rel lock-in this time, likely going back into the jungle here, and it's going to be Senna Nautilus when they originally wanted, I'm guessing, with that Senna lock-in, of course. That would be an interesting mid pick. It's not going to happen. It would be funny, though. It would be funny. So maybe it would happen. Wait, what? Sorry, hold on. Someone's picked Zoe this season? She's 1-1, and it's going to be the Varus locked in for Snaker this time. Smolder not even going to be touched in this game, it seems. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Smolder's just left alone, not even banned. Intriguing. I don't get it. Because I don't see a reason why you wouldn't ban or take Smolder here. It's not like he just went 14-3. But whatever. They're going to actually ban away the Orianna from Cody, though. That is a very smart move. Cody, very useful on champions like Orianna, like Azir, or really anyone this season at this point, given that they are, what, 19-1 now? 21-1? Yeah, they've been pretty good at almost every champion. 21-1. And Xin is actually going to be the final ban. Grell getting a lot of value out of the early game aggression that Xin Zhao brings to the table. So they see Trigo going back onto the Senna. They see Hidan on the Rumble. They don't want to get constantly dove with this Twisted Fate. Once again, gonna just take it away. And it's gonna be Renata ban. They think that they want to put this Rel in the bot lane, and if they don't want to put Rel in the bot lane, they want Rel to, or they want at least a slightly worse bot lane pairing. The Nautilus already taken away, the Ashe already taken away, Karma already banned away by Estadal themselves, and it will be Renata taken away as well, and that will be enough to force Rel into the bot lane, but they have unleashed Jose Dioto, favorite champion again. And he'll be happy to grab this one. Trust me. We'll be more than happy to go on to this champion. As we can see, All Knight's thinking of an answer. And there's a piece of fluff in there, sorry. While we're running that 3-0 on the Lee Sin for Jose Dioto, and that will be the Poppy picked up in the jungle here for Grell. So one is the final pick, the blind, or not the blind, actually possibly blind mid. I just realized that. It will be Gastrux. Or, yeah, it will be Gastrix longing in the Talia for nobody. And bit of a tankier front line this time, set up with a more calm and defensive backline. I was going to say. I was about to hype, but I was about to say. And this is going to be way mid. We're going back to the Twisted Fate in the top lane. Oh, baby, let's dance. Let's freaking dance. Let's go. I, love Cody on Way. Way is 2-10. Wait, what? How the heck is Way 2-10 here? I don't believe that. It's not like Way is weak. 2-6. I was about to say. I read the numbers wrong. I was remembering, I think I was remembering, like, I can't remember. I think I was remembering, like, freaking... Nope, can't remember. Anyways, 2 and 6 so far. I believe Cody is one of the, I know Cody's one of the 6. I don't know if he's, or one of the 2. I don't know if he's 2 of the 2. He is, oh, he's one of the 6, actually. He is one of the 6. That was Rainbow 7 game. That's right. Sorry. Rainbow 7 took down Estrel with the way, so, or while they were on the way. Oh, that's a cute lion. That's a Rainbow 7 fan, though. But it will be Cody looking for his first career win on the way. Would be nice to pick it up now, get All Nights over, done, dusted, and move to tomorrow's game. Focus on it. And with a win, Estrel 1 series away from perfection. They only need 6 karma tomorrow, but you gotta get through the All Nights first here. And boom into the game, and 5-man top lane for All Nights instantly spotted out. So Estrel going to play very defensive here and going to drag all 5 of their members in top lane into the top jungle here. And I don't think All Nights going to commit much further. Don't really have any solid CC. They have Nautilus and Poppy doesn't want to start Heroic Charge. Not a very useful ability, as Gastric's going to try and cheese here. Not going to be the case. This is something I've done in my goofy days of in my goofy unsealed spellbook support days. I would take teleport, flash, get first blood in the top lane, teleport to bot lane, and then just play the lane as if nothing happened. As not going to be the case here. Gastrix does have teleport, though, so he was thinking about it. And Zothev going to land the stun here with this ward, actually going to be able to lay in a lot more damage onto Hadana, and that is really good. That is really good. I don't see them going as aggressive as they did in game 1. I just can't imagine the All Nights putting all this pressure back into Zothev, knowing that Snaker's on one of his best champions, knowing that Cody's on one of the best champions on patch right now in this way. As you can see, able to trade really easily, but this is the advantage Hadan has. He has better wave clear, and he is able to get very, very ahead in wave aggression and level at the moment. I don't think it's going to be enough. To be honest, don't see it as enough here. Going to keep pressuring Hadan. He's going to put him under the turret eventually with the slow push. And All Nights, yeah, they have sent a Nautilus farming. So Ackerman going to flash, remount there, and that's a cleanse forced out of Trigo already. The hook landed onto Snaker, so it did buy them a little bit of damage, but Trigo still very low. Already cleanse forced out. So bad. Cody able to dodge away, but that's actually really smart use of the Heroic Charge. I did not think of that. That counts as dashing. The Heroic Charge would stun people who go over the rocks. Very well played there by the All Nights to get flash out of Cody. As Jose Dioto gonna go in, and he's gonna get juggled here by nobody. Not taking that much damage yet, but still enough to get nobody out to safety. Going to be able to recall, teleport in. Only boots, only a Shuey. I watched Elimination Chamber recently. Shuey on the mind. I don't like Shueys. I don't know why people like Shueys, but Shuey bought for Cody right now. That should be what I call a potion boots back. That's disgusting. I'm gonna not. Anyways, after regretting all my life decisions, promptly regretting everything that I just said, we're in a very chill laning phase, I guess, now. Don't see an A. Actually, Hadan's gonna freeze this wave. Lay down some damage on... That's a slow push. And Zotha's gonna be able to break it anyways. And Hadan broke it anyways, because he has Flame Spitter and needs to farm. But we can see a decent wave discrepancy, a decent CS discrepancy in the bot lane forming. Zothev just going to be backed off this wave. It's going to just delay some of his farm. It's not going to actually cancel any of it. He's going to be able to catch almost all of this as Grell has jumped onto Cody. The hook lands onto Jose Dioto. He can't jump away. The seismic shove doesn't land onto anyone, though, and that's going to signal the end of the play there, and that is probably the worst part of all of that is the only thing that stopped that play from not working, the only thing that made that play fail is the seismic shove, which nobody has only landed one of this game of like 4. I'm not counting any of the ones that just weren't going to hit a champion and were just for farm, but which he's probably thrown out a couple. But he's only hit one. It was onto Jose Dioto. And hasn't hit another one. And now has to just catch this wave. Is actually going to miss. And it's going to have a CS. It's going to be behind in CS now, I believe. As Void Grubs started for Grell. Again, Poppy, another champion. Very good grub stake. As Jose Dioto is just strolling to the Gromp. Not even going to bother. Doesn't really care about the Void Grubs. It's going to be a 9-0 on the series for the All Knights, though, in terms of Void Grubs. So that's something. And, oh my god. Again, they're going for it. Zothev, level 5. And he's caught out. The equalizer comes down. First blood to Trigo this time. And oh my goodness, they do it again. I mean, goddamn, that's the 5th time. That is the 5th or 6th time they have sent 3. That exact trio top lane. That is the 6th death for Zothev before turret platings fall. 6. And the best part about that is he still only ended up like 15 CS behind. Actually, I think he ended up ahead at the end of last game. And Gastrix is finally going to get dove. Estelle finally are confident in their ability to dive. It will be a 1-for-1 in exchange, though Gastrix picks up Jose Dioto, or Ackerman. Sorry, I was thinking of the last game. Zothev has nobody found. There's no ulti advantage here for nobody. He doesn't have an actual combat ulti. He has a utility ulti. Holy cow. With Zothev going mid, Hadan has sieged that entire turret, pretty much, putting it down to its last plating. He did end up 13 CS ahead. Digo is going to be able to cancel Zothev's recall. There's the shove landing. There's the root. But that's the grim, the spiraling despair, but it's not going to pick up the kill. He's not going to be able to use the bolt to pick up anything. It's going to be a 1-for-0, but Grell has found Jose Dioto. Jose can't recast anything. And now it's Grell who's been caught. There's the chain of corruption. There's the kill going on to Snaker. Meanwhile, top tier 1 is just completely gone. Rumble with overheats. Very valuable. And that will be the full turret at 737. Oh my god. That has to be fastest turret of the season. Overall. That has to be the fastest turret this entire season. Right? There's no way someone's faster than that. That's back to like season 2. It's like season 2 5-man lanes. Like everyone would just 5-man top lane and just siege turrets. There's no way someone's topping that. Like, that's crazy. 737 first turret. I don't know where I can check fastest turret of the game, though. We're gonna go here, though. Actually, gonna go here really quick. Possibly. But you can see great stun landing. Trigo picks up a second kill here. And nobody able to walk away, even with a spiraling despair on him. It is perfect. And then Grell, over aggressive, way, way too deep here, and just gets punished really hard, actually. It's a bit of a ouch, as Jose Dioto has been caught out. The seismic shove, and nobody's gonna pick up the kill onto the blind monk. Oh. And now the All Knights, almost 2,000 gold ahead, but they're going to be able to even it out in this bot lane. Destiny is going to find nobody. The corrupting chains already out. Gastrix has survived for the time being, but nobody's fallen to Cody. Gastrix trying to hook away to safety, but Snaker's flash is more than enough to finish the job here. And now It's only 500. The All Knight's getting punched right back here. This is just a back and forth game. I love it. Just pain. Where is... I'll check it eventually. And you can see the All Knights back onto the Grubbies as Hidan has jumped onto Jose Dioto and Ackerman. The equalizer comes down, but I don't think he has the damage. But there's the flash coming through. But there's the response with the steadfast. Not steadfast. Oh, Hidan not going to be able to go in. Is just getting slow. There's the shutdown on the Trigo, and All Knights have bit off way more than they can chew. Hidan is going to die to this turret. I'm pretty sure Ackerman is going to let it happen. Nope. He's going to have to hand it over to someone, and it will be to Zothiv. Massive kill right there. Hidan not going to be able to scale much further, and it's on to an AD threat. And now the gold lead just down to 100, probably even below 100 soon enough. Cody able to just instantly clear this wave. Holy piss. That was insane. Sorry. Looking at something. Trying to check something. You can see that gold graph. It went really high and then instantly deleted. Like that mountain is gone. Just wiped off the face of the earth. No. Not gonna tell me? Really? I want to find out. As Snaker locked down, sorry, I'm gonna freaking find this. I'm gonna find this information because it's really cool to me. Oh, and Hidan's getting jumped up by Jose Dioto. Here comes the teleport coming in. The Dawning Shadow going to keep him safe for now, but Gastrix is here, and that's going to be the stun going through, but that is going to be Zothiv going down to Hidan. The depth charge not going to find anybody. And All Knights finding a play here. Grell finding a turret in the bot, or finding the jungle in the dragon. My God, oh my God, finding the dragon here. So going to be a nice play. Estadal thought they could get it here. Didn't have the dragon's rage up though. So Hidan able to just continue running away, and then teleport coming in. Gastrix, like the first Nautilus I've ever seen actually use that advantage. My goodness. There it's a... You can see the All Knights have the overall advantage by only 400, but you can also see the dual carries. Nobody caught out. Ackerman going to be able to dodge away, or not even get hit there by the seismic shove. But I was going to say, you could see the dual carries, though, the mid bot lane 2-0 and 2-0 and 2 there. Very valuable right now. 40 CS ahead. Cody going to continue picking up these turrets as well. Dang. It's not going to help. Not going to find any information for me. I appreciate nothing. And another plating over to Estadal. I mean, my goodness. I'm still not over that fastest turret. 734. That is crazy. Unreal. But the All Knights still need to find an angle to win this game, actually. They aren't... I mean, they're behind in gold now. They have the even Drakes. They're going to get their second Herald of the series, maybe. Estadal do actually, further, like, this time, game 2, they have the pressure they could pull. Possibly. As it is going to be nobody in the bot lane trying to finish all this turret, and it's actually going to be enough pressure for Estadal to back up the All Knights off of the Rift Herald entirely, and they don't even have an angle to look for a re-engage here. There's the Destiny, there's the gate, and it's on to nobody, but here comes the teleport. Dawning Shadow isn't going to be able to do anything. Zotev able to flash away, lands the stun. Does Hidan have the damage to do anything? There's the equalizer coming through. The jump forward with the Protobell, and Hidan will make sure this fight goes 1-4-1, but it's the Rift Herald over to Estral right now as they have locked down Gastrix. Gastrix able to flash away the Keeper's Verdict, finds no one. The Chain of Corruption finds Gastrix, though, and it is Snaker on a killing spree. And now the teleport coming in from nobody. They need to try and get this fight to continue here. They got the reinforcements, but they need to be able to get away safely. And it's going to be a 2-for-1 in the end, plus the Rift Herald going down and charging, but not killing anything, actually. As nobody going to get stunned up here, isn't really landing anything. Oh, doesn't even get stunned up until way later. And then tries to stall just a little bit longer, maybe. Doesn't get it, though. And then Zotev just, it's over for him. Equalizer lands, he's slowed, he's trying to dance away, it's over. And then right up the river, this crazy play's happening, and the Verdict splits the middle, and it's Gastrix who pays the price for it. The Raptors pay the price, definitely, and that Rift Herald's doing some work to the turret while we're at it. And then teleport from nobody just to make sure they have the numbers. Game with the turret, it's a bit easier if you have a lot numbers. Even though they were at a numbers disadvantage at the moment, didn't really matter. It's going to still be basically no gold advantage at all, as this bot tier 1 is going to disappear, as Cody's just going to start pushing on this wave, or on the next wave coming in. Kind of a proxy, but it didn't really matter. It's not a proxy if no one cares. And now the items coming through, still trying to finish that Archangel staff, trying to evolve into the Seraphs. For Cody, hasn't thrown all the spells down, but has a 5-stack Dark Seal. Not bad. Diego has spotted out Jose Diodo here. Is going to actually get him to disengage. Kind of wins the trade, but there's Diego landing a lot of damage. Or Diego taking a Thunderbolt, a Severing Bolt to the face. And Jose Diodo's back behind the All Knights, as Estradal have taken down this mid-tier 1 now. And Grell going to take a little bit of damage, actually. A little bit more than I think he was going to take, but still not that much. It is Poppy. Gastrix contemplating a hook. Not gonna happen. You can see the damage a lot more chill. There isn't a Cody to throw around. The Shockwave Ackerman locked down. There's the Dawning Shadow. There is the Heroic Charge. There is the Equalizer, and it's going to be a 1-for-0 in the mid lane. But it is Zotev taking out this top tier 1, but it's also going to be the All Knights starting up the second Drake for them. And no contest. They're fine with handing it over. You have to remember, Soul was 4-1 last time. All Knights got the second Drake. Estral finished the next 3 to get the Drake Soul. Estral get the second Drake. And it is All Knights picking up potentially the next 3. Maybe we'll see a pattern, or maybe we won't. Probably won't. Going to be honest, we're not going to see a pattern. Really honest, no pattern. Now, it's still no gold lead. It's still almost 1,000 in favor of Estral. Despite all this, they've been getting more turret. I mean, they have the same amount of turrets. Yeah, it does help that they also got the first turret of the game, but the kills and the farm are way in their favor. 182 to 107 in the bot lane. And everyone else is actually kind of even. They do have a good advantage in top, though. And I do expect to see them keep at that if they want to actually do something, because they eventually let Zotev catch up in CS at the end. So what was the point? Like, what was the point of putting him super far behind if he was going to get away with it at the end? And now the Hex Flash over the wall. Has Ackerman found the angle? Tadigo already flashing away. Gastrix going to land the hook. Destiny. Zotev is way behind. The stun land. Snaker is rampaging now. But Grell has been locked down. It's going to be a double kill now for Snaker. The wall coming through. Nobody going to be able to jump away to safety. And it's a 2-for-0 in exchange for, I mean, a teleport. Nope, not even. Not even teleport. A ghost and a destiny. And that is really it. Nobody has gotten hit with the combo. And he's going to get Insect as Snaker goes on to dominate in this game already. It's going to be the tier 2 down in mid. And it is time for the giant purple worm to say its final words in... I mean, on spawn. It is on site. Oh, they didn't want to go for it. They should have. I mean, Estral, we're ready. It was on site with the worm, but it's not going to happen. Instead, just taking the scuttle, resetting instead. And this all starts with this Hex Flash and the Destiny. The corruption, or chain of corruptions, does land onto Gastrix. He's kind of just forced to fight. And that's kind of the core issue here. And then Grell gets locked down and eventually decides he has to try and do anything. Nobody really getting lucky there. I feel like Zothev should have hit him, but not going to happen. And then Jose Diodo finds the Talia right here. And boom, boom, ward hops for the insect. Now, Jose Diodo is in a bit of a bad spot here, but the Chain of Corruption going to land onto Gastrix, but he's barely even going to take any damage. Hex flashing over the wall. Grell has found the Rel, but I don't think that's who you want to hit. There's the Equalizer landing onto Cody and Snaker, and they're going to be forced to disengage as it's Ackerman who will fall to Grell in the end. The items, you can see it. 2 items on this ADC. 1 item on both bot lane member, or both of the bot lane duo of All Knights. I mean, 2 items each, the same exact items on the mid laners. 1 of them has a Dark Seal, though. That's like the only difference, actually. I'm pretty sure the only difference is 1 has a Dark Seal, 1 doesn't. 1 is an 8-stack Dark Seal, a very valuable one. This all starts with them getting Jose Diodo picked off. Good force onto him. He has to disengage. And then Grell gets the Hex Slash over the wall, just trying to get anything here. They throw so much. They get so much in return as well. That's Dawning Shadow out, Chain of Corruption, Magnet Storm. They get a lot of CDs out. Sorry. They get a lot of cooldowns in exchange for a kill there, but they're still 4,000 gold behind. That tier 2, I mean, that tier 2 in mid falling was a big swing of gold. Of course, more kills, also a big swing of gold. A shocker, I know. It's really going to come down to whose double carries can do more. Will the Rumble and Talia do as much as the triple carries of Estral? I mean, they have Zothev. I mean, you could pick a few. Zothev Cody, Snaker Cody. I mean, both of those. But it's really a trio of carries here, not just a duo of carries. They are a 3-man damage unit. Digo's not going to be doing that much damage yet for a while, but there's the Flash, Shattering Strike, and the Magnet Storm coming in, but the Weaver's Wall is going to lock down Ackerman, but that's Zothev teleporting over and killing off Digo, and now Grell has locked down Snaker, and it will also be Ackerman locked down as nobody's going to pick up the kill here, but there's the stun, there's the fear, and Cody goes on a killing spree as Jose Diodo gets the insect onto nobody, and that's going to be Zothev picking up that kill, but nobody's going to be able to trade Zothev in exchange, and it's going to be Grell picking up 1 more, but it's going to be a 5-4-3 in favor of Estral. That will be the second drink going over to them to even it out. 2-2. It's the ace, and it is more money in the pocket of Snaker and Cody, most importantly. Sorry about that gross noise. I was just like jumbling my words because I'm so goddamn tired for reasons of my own fault. But it looks like it starts out so well. I mean, it starts out so well for Estral, and then Grell lands a great Keeper's Verdict, but Zothev able to teleport over the wall is the most important thing here. Because Zothev has penetrated the backline of Estral, or of All Knights, that damage threat wasn't locked. That's just more damage. Wasn't locked out. Great kick there from Jose Diodo. I mean, basically the last thing he did before he died was pick up that insect. And that is that is exactly what you want out of your Twisted Fate. Not insects, obviously. That's not what Twisted Fate does. As 4,700 from Snaker. To Digo again, I said he wasn't a damage threat. He's not a damage threat. But that is exactly what you want out of your Twisted Fate in this matchup. Your whole team gets walled off, but like everyone except one member gets walled off. You send in the Twisted Fate, kill someone. Because Twisted Fate is just really strong right now and can do that. They don't know where Zothif is, and the Equalizer is not even going to come close. Here comes the Weaver's Wall, and he's going to be able to flash over, and he's going to be able to dodge away from the seismic shove, and Zothif, Nerves of Steel, as Trigo is going to the grave on the other side of the map. Jose Diodo lands a beautiful insect to get this in a 4v5 position. Now it's Ackerman going over the wall. That's 2 cut out. Gastric's going to be able to land the depth charge, but it will be him getting the death charge from Cody. It's going to be a double for Cody. Meanwhile, Zonthan just off soloing Hadan for the first time this game, it feels like. Never really had an angle to 1v1. 3 for nothing. 4 for nothing. Eventually, Estral will get the Baron. They are a monstrous unit right now. 907 on Snaker, or on this Varus, 507 on Cody. God damn, I gotta stop saying the names because they are not playing as Cody, they are Cody. 907 on the way. And despite being put behind early a second time, 554 on the Twisted Fate. Jose Diodo, not the kill man in this meta. But he wouldn't be sad about it. He's landed so many crucial insects just because he can at this point in the game. And it is a masterclass of team play from Estral. All Knight's had a really good start again. But just like game 1, it has fallen. Estral have just outdone them in every facet. They've just outdone them. And now they are in such an advantageous position. 9,000 gold ahead. Trigo forced to flash away from Ackerman's crash down there. And the Destiny is out. They know where everybody is. That's going to be the tier 2 and mid fall, or tier 2 and bot falling, and they are up to the base in 2 positions here. It's 27 minutes into this game. It feels over unless All Knight's find a miracle fight. It is absolutely over for them. Look at the damage Snaker's putting out at this point of the game, as the Weaver's Wall not going to lock anybody out. Everyone able to get on the right side of it before disaster strikes. And Grell is just tanking damage here. He doesn't really worry about it at this point. Zothif just trades nobody and wins. Sounds about right. As the siege in mid continues. They're just going to keep pushing in these waves. The waves will do enough damage themselves, but they have plenty of damage to make sure this turret falls on top of them. I mean, by themselves. As the hook comes through the equalizer onto Jose Diodo, but he's barely taking any damage. The kick away from onto Grell will make sure he can't get involved, and that's the spiraling despair. Jose Diodo, though, bites off way more than he could chew at the moment, as he's going to be taken down, but there's a Magnet Storm crash down. Hadan falls to Snaker. It's a double for Snaker now, and it's one more for good measure for Zothif, and Cody picks up the last one onto Grell. It is the ace, and Estral moved to 2 games away from the first perfect season in LLA's short, beloved, and very, very fun history. 11-0 is their prize for coming back in this game. And it was well fought from All Knights, but it just wasn't enough, sadly, for them. They couldn't even pick up a game win. And now they sit at 4-7. They are technically in 5th at the moment, but Leviathan do play next. So we will see if Leviathan can get the job done against Rainbow 7 and take control of 4th place. As you can see, the hands up. Oops. The oops from Estral as they remain perfect on the year. And I mean, tomorrow's the day, 1 series to go. It feels like it's going to be so important. It feels like a big deal here. And with it being 6 Karma are locked into fourth place, or locked into sixth place already. Of course, it is almost impossible for them to climb into even fifth place. So it seems like you're in a really good spot going into tomorrow to pick up the 12-0 season. But All Knights battled hard, just not hard enough. Estral battled ugly and won in the end. I think it was actually, I do believe that is their worst game of the season. Game 1 was easily their worst game of the season. They did pick it up in Game 2 by a pretty good amount. I mean, like, come on. They picked it up. That is 20 seconds. Not what I wanted. But they were able to pull it through in the end. And that's all that matters, really, is that number in the win column. Clean or dirty doesn't really matter until you start facing opponents that are going to look up your games and see what you're doing wrong, or opponents that you can't just purely skill diff at some points, which is what Rainbow Seven, we will see how they do against them. But congrats to Estral for picking up their 11th straight win of the season now, and I believe... I'm going to do the math really quick. Just give me like 2 seconds. That's now their 9th straight game win as well. So, yes, maybe. Yes, 9 straight game wins thanks to Rainbow Seven, actually, who broke them just very, very slightly for a moment. But it is still perfection, nonetheless, in match score. And up next, Leviathan look to take control of 4th place now that All Knights have fallen, but it's going to have to come against Rainbow Seven, a team that steamrolled them and many others since their only 2 losses of the season have come at the hands of Estral. They have not been happy to be written out of that first seed and are looking to close their regular season on a high note as they will be the first team to finish all 12 games. So Rainbow Seven looking to finish on a very strong note and look forward into the playoffs as they will pick up, as they are hunting for 10 wins. Leviathan looking for control of 4th place and a spot in the upper bracket where they will likely face Estral if they so choose. So up next, Leviathan, Rainbow Seven, a very important battle for one team, the other not so much. I will see you after the break for the last best of 3. Hello and welcome back to the Kimchi Gas for the last BO3 or the second BO3 of day one of the final week of the LLA Spring Split. It is so exciting to finally be at the end. We've been here, 7-week journey through the regular season, just finishing up the double round robins now, and we are just that much closer to playoffs, and I am so excited to be at the last hurdle, of course, because it is so much fun. Because soon we determine who will be representing Latin America at MSI, which is a huge deal because, again, still looking for first real big MSI moment for the LLA. Had a couple of chances at Worlds, a couple decent teams show up there, but otherwise, it's been dead silent at MSI, even losing out to, I believe it was, the Australian or the Oceanic representatives, I think. All off. Off. No. Anyways, Rainbow Seven versus Leviathan. Leviathan still looking to control their own destiny, entering their final match with Infinity at the end of the season. But and All Knights have set them up very well for that, but of course, Rainbow Seven purely playing for pride at this point. They have no incentive to win this last game besides getting to 10 wins. Of course, you can't throw games. That is definitely a penalty and will result in you probably getting suspended for playoffs if you do choose to just throw a series. As we see Senna first locked in here for Seo, and that's an interesting first pick. We haven't really seen Senna first pick since the start of the season. It's been a little bit since Senna's been a first pick champ. But we're going to have to see how Leviathan respond to it with 3 ADCs already banned away. It is very likely that this is going to be a Smolder angle, unless they have a Twisted Fate. But it's going to actually be Xayah for Virus here. We've seen it a couple seen it a couple times already. There we go. That's Virus's page. Seen it a couple times in the LLA. We saw it once from Virus 1 and 0, of course, on the champion with that, as that would be fun, but no, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It will just be the Rakan locked in. Now, Igna has played quite a bit more Rakan than his ADC, or his duo has played. Xayah 3-0 on the Rakan this season, looking to keep it going. Again, Leviathan win. It all comes down to tomorrow's game versus Isurus for the All Knights, as it's going to be Senna Nautilus locked in. But win today, Leviathan get upper bracket seeding with a loss from the All Knights tomorrow against ISG, or a win against Infinity to close out the entire regular season. And this is going to be OD onto the brand. Okay, let's go. I believe the only person who has cooked up the brand this season has been Jose Diodo and Grell. It is 2-0. It was Kingy against 6 Karma before Kingy was replaced, of course, by a returning on fleek is Kodapako going back onto the Azir, and I like this draft from Leviathan already. I really like this team playing around Kodapako. It just always goes well when they do that, and I'm expecting something similar here against Rainbow Seven, because I have hope for reasons unknown to anybody, including myself. Hell if I know. Let's put it that way. There we go. It's that day. So it's gonna be Ivern banned away from Gangs here. I don't think Gangs has played Ivern. That would be an interesting one. Gangs has played Ivern, 1-0 on it. That's right. Okay. And Jace taken away from Summit. We've seen him pilot it to, I believe, a 2-1 record so far. And Nocturne taken away from Gangs. That one I don't think is one of Ganks' more popular picks. 0-2 on it, but Nock still a champion a lot of people have faith in. A lot of people still think has a lot of prio anyways. And so still a worthy ban because people are still going to pick it. People are still going to try and pilot it to victories, of course, so it makes sense. And is this going to be Xiaomi's Jax? Why would he run this back? No, it is going to be the Sejuani blind. They're actually going to leave Xiaomi counter pick, which is one of the things I pointed out should be a thing Leviathan do more often because they do often put him in bad situations. But the last time these two faced off, week 3, a bad game 1 thanks to Summit's Akali, the first time in 2 or 3 years it had been pulled out, stomping Xiaomi from scaling on the Jax. It's going to be Summit on the Jax, actually, which also was whipped out the last time against Leviathan. 1-1-7 on the Jax. Didn't really need to do much of anything. That was the Seo show, of course. That was during the unreal win streak from Kalista back in week 3, where Kalista finished the week with, what, 1 loss? 7 wins or something like that. 6-7 wins. Something crazy. Yeah, Kalista was unbanned that week, and teams made sure to, let's, 1, 2, 3, as that will be the Scion locked in. This is actually going to be Odie on the Jax. Okay. And this is going to be the second Scion of the season. If I could find the first one, that'd be pretty awesome, because this is interesting. Because that was Zothav. All the way back in, what is that, week 2? No, that's 2 weeks ago. Okay, never mind. And it's going to be the Renekton for Xiaomi here. Okay. So, interesting situation here, actually, as this is going to be Renekton for Xiaomi, and I don't see... The Croc did get a lot of buffs. The Croc did get some very nice buffs, I will say that. So, not the worst lock-in here. Oh, wait, this is going to be Lava Scion mid. Okay, so this is the first Scion mid of the season. I'm going to just call it now. Don't think Scion's been put mid before. I don't think Scion's really been picked, to put it more into perspective, I guess. 6-7 on the season. 5 games of mid. 3-2. Really? Okay. Sure. We'll go with it. Anyways, I was going to say, last time these two teams faced off, curb stomp game 1 from Rainbow 7. Closer game in game 2 from Leviathan, but still not enough to take down the powerhouse that was and still is Rainbow 7. So, Leviathan, if you want to control your destiny, you're going to have to overcome the odds here and put the dagger in the hearts of the, what are they? Of LaGuardia, or LaGuardia? One's an airport, and one is the name of the faithful of the Rainbow 7. But you're gonna have to put a dagger in the heart of the Rainbow 7 faithful if you want to overcome it. Otherwise, they haven't really been living up to their name of Leviathan. They've been a pretty average team, as they've already spotted out Lava and are going to just throw some damage onto it. This should... I don't think this is going to be lethality. I think this is going to be Comet full tank. I don't see a reason to make this a lethality build if you are Lava. I see a reason to make this a full tank with Comet for lane and some extra damage. This is just going to be a red start for Odie, and this is just going to be a wolf start for ganks here. Just getting the fastest clears they can, pretty much. And yeah, okay. Pretty much confirms that. And you can see the spinning from these two. Xiaomi definitely remembers the last time he faced Summit. 100% remembers the nightmare that was Summit's Jax in laning phase. It was not a very fun time. Not going to go with the Gragas this time. Instead, going for the Renekton, and that's going to be a hook landed onto Igna from Lions, but Lions is going to be worse for wear here. But Seo's trying to grab these stacks, and he will eventually be able to make Igna regret trading here. And that is the advantage of the Senna here. You massively outrange Virus and have way better threat in this early laning phase. But Summit just going to be able to zone Jowney off of the wave for now, make him also regret playing this Renekton early. And we've seen Igna and Virus become key parts of wins for Leviathan, but there's the hook landing onto Lions, but there's a root coming through to stop the grand entrance of Igna. I was going to say Sayo, but a great root there from Sayo onto the minion, actually. But still catches out Igna to stop him from going in with that grand entrance onto Lions, keeping both members of the Rainbow 7 bot lane pretty healthy here. As now Sayo looking to get aggressive here. The root only going to land onto Igna's. Virus is going to be able to dodge away from it. But still winning these trades is Sayo and Lions. Even with one of the members completely removed from the trade pretty much, it is still just such a net positive for this bot lane. Jowney's just stuck under his turret, not playing the game. That was sniper of a minion, dang. Sniper turret, enemy chaser. The CS diff is pretty nice, to say the least, in the bot lane. Actually, it's a double starting item. Okay, it's going to be double starting item. Odie going to land the stun, but the shifting sands won't be able to tank up enough. The passive of Odie gets the job done. It is first blood onto the brand, as now there's a fight breaking out in the bot lane. It's going to be Lions getting hit with the grand entrance here. Does Virus have the feather pullback? No, Igna going to be able to shield up his ADC, though. And Virus so healthy after that play, but it's only him pretty much. Everyone else in this bot lane begging for mercy. Just to be a little bit, just to be granted a little bit of health in this situation, as Lions not going to get rooted up here. Here comes Gank, so they can go for an angle. He goes unspotted here. I don't think this wave is crashing hard enough, though. Unless they get some push. But now, just going to go forwards. Gank's not going to continue to push forward. Actually going to disengage with that Q there. And is going to just hand it over as Igna has gotten rooted. And Virus going to be able to trade it back, but that's already a kill over to the support of Rainbow 7. And Leviathan are running for the hills. The heal is enough to dissuade any further trades from Virus FX. And Rainbow 7 2-0 already. And already 1,300 ahead in the gold chart. And this is a really solid start here. This is Igna. Minion dies and he's going to get hooked here. Has to tank it for Virus. There's no way Virus survives if he gets hooked here. But there's the heal coming out just to make sure the Xayah backs off. And now Summit a little low on health, and Jowney is going to start taking this time to get aggressive on the map. Don't know if Igna's been spotted out here. But he's calling for a play. He's just going to get a heal here. Not going to be able to get it onto Kotapaco, actually. As Johnny going to get stunned by the edge of the counter. And that's level 6 for Summit. So it's going to be a lot harder for Johnny to go in with those extra... just extra stats Summit's going to be able to get. As well as the 3-hit passive. Lava not going to land the charged Q. Kotapaco able to dash away. But it's going to be a kill in top lane. What the heck happened? Summit has found a way to get dove by Ganks and Jowney. And, okay. As this is going to be Void Grub started for Odie, but Jowney jumps in with the Flash Q, and Ganks is going to pick up the kill with the Arctic Assault and the Frozen Flail. Now Sayo just going to keep pushing forwards here, landing almost half of Virus's health in the missing category. And Koda not going to be able to land a shuffle. It is a Scion. So, not likely. As Igna has been marked by Sayo, but has dodged the root coming through, actually. And the root landing onto Virus there, but Lion's not going to be able to hook forward safely. Sayo is getting stacks, and that's what's most important. Already 28 souls on this Senna, getting very aggressive here. Kotapaco going to hand over turret plating as well. Yeah, this is going to be full tank. Zion, that didn't hit him. Okay. He got stopped by the turret there, actually. Kotapaco has to answer this wave here, else it's going to be big money over to Lava. That's just not really an option at this moment. More than a singular plating, at least. It'd be significantly more. As Lava just going to get this plating, going to get another half plate and disengage entirely. And that is the Scion experience right there. Just, there is no gameplay. Kodo finally going to be able to get this back off his Jounty, and Summit are trading. And Ganks is down here, doesn't have Flash Q available. The Airborne not going to land, and he's going to have to start looking for Lions instead, with the hook going to land onto Ignabilu. But there's no re-engage from Ganks available. He's rooted at the moment. A nice Gleaming Quill to heal Virus and Igna, but Sayo is going to be the one who benefits the most out of that play entirely. And now Odie here, level 6 unlocked. Virus is going to have to defend his support. Igna on 1 health, able to walk away with his life. Virus getting hit by the spread, but that's only going to just clear the wave, as that is all they'll be able to find with that. Tried to throw the ulti out, the Pyroclasm, I believe, but does not work. Jounty going to be able to dodge away from the counter for now with the, I believe that was the dice. Ganks is looking to smite away this camp, and he will get the blue buff, his own blue buff, I guess. So he was defending his blue, and he's going to be able to get it, as that's the Dominus over, and that's the Grandmaster's might over as well. Summit is trying to read this Cole the Meek, or not Cole the Meek, trying to read this Ruthless Aggression, or whatever it's called. And I think he has read the stun very well there. As now Ganks getting the jump onto Lions, but they want to get onto Sayo, but they're just going to accept that they have to lock down this support instead. And it's going to be Ganks picking up a second kill, but here comes the Scion. Virus just getting level 6 and using the Feather Storm, but it's not going to be enough to save him at all. It will be a kill onto Odie. And it's a 1-4-1 for Rainbow 7. Jounty going to get jumped on by Summon, has to use a slice to get away. Doesn't really seem like he's going to be able to get the dice off there. But now Igna going to just have to hand over another plating to Lava, and Lava's going to get, I believe, a second plate only. Didn't finish off that one in mid just yet. As Jounty just looking to build up some fury here. But Summit just going to crash the wave and disengage instead. As there's the hook coming through on Dakota Paco. Not going to be under turret, so actually will be safe entirely. As Ganks just going to jump forwards. Has the Glacial Prison as well if he wants to use it. I don't think he does end up throwing it out. Not there. No, he threw out the Glacial Prison. When did he throw Glacial Prison out? I think Virus just held Flash here and accepted he was dead. Yeah, just accepted he was dead. Held Flash entirely. Knew better than to burn it, I guess. Save it for later because you do not have the Feather Storm. That is a really crucial defensive ability to have as a close range ADC. As Kodo's going to get locked down here. If Lava can actually kick a minion, that would be huge, but not going to be able to. And instead just going to continue to clear it as he is 13 CS ahead. My goodness. As this will be Void Grubs over to Leviathan, but Ignabilu has found himself in a position as he will be able to use the Battle Dance to get away. As Kodapaco going to land a 2-man Shuriman Shuffle, and that is Odie going down, but it's going to be a trade instead as Summit is here. Jounty's getting locked down. That's a 2-man counter, and that is going to be a lot with the Grandmaster's might. It's going to be Lava picking up that one there, as it's already a 2-for-1 in exchange over the Void Grubs. As Igna is being hunted by Lava right now, but will be able to get away. And now Lava's looking to just nuke the turret. Not going to actually happen. He's going to let Summit actually get the whole turret. As the teleport coming in from Jounty here, actually. This could be really big. But Jounty going to get hit in the face by a bonk, and instead just going to use this to save the turret for now. Very well played there by Rainbow 7. Trading over the Void Grubs, but getting 2 kills back. But they do lose Odie. That is a lot of money they do lose indeed. As Jounty laying in some damage onto Summit. Doesn't really have that much. Does pick up another kill on Dakota Paco, though, but they do give a shutdown over to Virus that can come back to bite them later. that can possibly come back to bite them, but they do get Summit down immediately, or they do get Virus down immediately after, so it's not the worst case scenario. And now they have 3 coming in on this top lane. They're going to just back it up. Kodapako needs to be very careful here, as that's the point blank ulti. And here goes Kodo. Dancing time. And they've locked down Summit. But are they going to be able to walk away with their lives? Igna's going very low. There's the ulti coming out. But it's going to actually tag back onto Odie. Very well played there by Kodapako to drift the ulti away. Letting the ulti bounce back to the brand and jumping away. Virus is stuck in mid meanwhile. In between the turrets, it's not really working out for him here. And it will be still continued control from Rainbow 7 here. As this is finally going to be the first Drake falling. 13 minutes almost being the death timer. That's a really long time. You can't tell. And you can see the CS diff everywhere on the map. Even on the Nautilus right now, there is a CS diff. Which is kind of impressive, honestly, because that did seem to be one of the things Leviathan wanted to get done in this game, is a CS gap and a CS advantage. Someone's going to get locked onto the turret, tank a turret shot, but that's all he's going to be able to get out of him. So, it's just continued, I mean, not even pressure, it's just going to be continued domination from Rainbow 7, really. What is the angle here? They got to find the miracle team fight pretty much for Virus to pop off. As Zhao has found an angle, not even a miracle angle, just a regular angle to lock down Summit, but there's Summit with his backup Odie on the way, but the Grandmasters might going to be able to dissuade Zhao from going any further. And the brand also going to help with that by a very healthy factor. As the flash Q out of Odie didn't get anything there. Now ganks Igna up here to back up their top laner. And they're going to start the Rift Herald now. 4 members of Leviathan on the Herald. The 5th one rotating over as the bot tier 1 will be traded in exchange. That will be first turret gold over to Lava, and mostly turret plated gold too as well. That is a good amount of turret plates going over to the Scion here, as that is Igna getting locked down, not even going to be able to move. Welcome to the bouncy castle, as it's Sayo picking up his first kill of the game, and this should be the first tier 1, or the first mid turret completely gone, as Lava has come to stake a claim on it as well. Rainbow 7 play the map in exchange for the Herald, and it is working out beautifully for them. 4,000 gold ahead. It is just going to be very difficult to play this. Kodapako not going to land the shuffle, but that was a weird looking one. And the Glacial Prison will get ganks on a killing spree, and that is not the best place to put your money, but with Leviathan, they just need to take any of it they can. And eventually the shuffle worked, I guess. I don't really know what the play was there. I can't even tell you what it looked like. It's a spectator client issue, it seems. But whatever. Back to the game. Kodapako could have got some money, but that's Odie getting locked down now, and it's going to be Zhao picking up the kill there onto the jungler. He's really the... There's only 2 members of Rainbow 7 that have died. Both of them have died twice. Let's see how this looks in the replay, because it probably looks... No. Oh. Not even in the replay. Usually the replay fixes any issues with the Shuriman shuffle. But that one didn't, actually. And this is Odie. And they are aware of where he is. They spot him out. And once they do, they just stop him from recalling, pretty much. That is it. They delay it. Because Odie doesn't cancel his recall. They were really just waiting to see if he was going to cancel, and he doesn't end up doing it. So they decide to pull the trigger, and that is a good amount of gold onto your Renekton, who really needs to get ahead. Renekton is a champ that curb stomps early game. Of course, like, that is kind of his thing. He needs to get ahead. Blah, blah, blah. Ganks in a funky spot, but is going to be able to flash away. That is still flash burned in exchange for the Herald crash. They only really get... Oh, and that's going to be a pause coming through. Okay. Could be anything. I'm assuming it's going to be a tech pause. or a tech issue and not a in-game issue. I just can't really see it being an in-game issue because, I mean, what did they have there? They had Scion ulti, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure they only had Scion ulti there. Possibly bug. Because Leviathan did get to Herald, like, safely. For like the 4th time this season, they've driven the Herald. They have not done it. They've been terrified of this thing. The Herald bugged out twice in the same game, and they have not been the same since with it. Superstition always takes over, but with the positioning of the refs, it does seem that it is a gear issue. From the best I can tell, I can't really, unless it is a in-game issue, which would be kind of weird because nothing hit Sejuani. That's a lie. Senna autos and brand autos. But regardless, just talk about the game state a little bit. Rainbow Seven still fully in control here, with really no doubts about it. It is a singular Rift Herald charge that didn't even get a turret. It is complete domination on the side of Rainbow Seven, it feels like. Leviathan have found some angles, but not much has come from it. It was just a simple tech or gear issue that was resolved. And that's going to be at least a turret in the top lane. But you can see 2,000 gold ahead still for Rainbow Seven. They are thoroughly putting themselves in the driver's seat here. They want the 10th win. They don't care that it's just another win instead of anything else for them. They will take it regardless. And you can see Llama just took a ton of damage there and basically took half of the damage he should have because of Canic Rooker. Igna in a bad spot here, but is going to be able to battle dance to safety before anything hits the fan. But again, these CS diffs are really big. 9 in the farming bot lane part, because it is not Senna who is farming, but it's 9 there. It's not 24. It is now 20 in mid. It is 23 in the jungle. And just about a wave in top lane, thankfully. So that one's pretty bad. That one's pretty good. It's just reduced down to 2 in the bot lane now. But still, it is a big issue that Leviathan have to come around and solve, as the Q, the Decimating Smash, going to be fully channeled and knock up Kodapaka, but that's about it. Not going to do much else beyond that, as Kodo is going to start hitting this turret again, and that's the shuffle with the Grand Entrance, but there is the unstoppable ulti coming through, as Odie going to just take the dragon in this time, as Igna has to jump away from the turret as the wave was instantly cleared by lava there. And Leviathan, even when they're making plays on the back foot, as you can see the 4 men, or the now 4 men in the bot lane, as this tier 2 has been deleted by Rainbow Seven, just completely and utterly removed from the map, and there's nothing they can do about it. Johnny 31 CS behind. He is crying for some CS right now. He is begging his team to let him farm. 30 in the jump. Think of all the camps. His Lions is just going to TP mid to catch this mid wave here. Like, it hasn't really needed to TP much at all this game, and instead is just going to use this to catch a wave, because he's always going to be with his team. He is Nautilus. He plays with the team. I mean, the item diff, 1.5 to 2 items in mid. Bot lane's pretty even right now, actually. It's pretty close. Just one's a tank, one's an ADC. 2 items already finished on this brand. He's pretty tanky considering the health he's gaining from Leandries give health anymore? I actually don't know. I know 400 health from this Rylai's. That one's pretty easy to do. That's kind of Rylai's thing. But I actually don't know how much health Leandries gives. It does give health. I don't know how much. Lions Actually, a blind Q does spot out ganks here. And now is just going to be fully spotted as Summit is trying to finish off this turret. He is countering, and that is the top tier one completely gone. Johnny just can't do a damn thing to the Jax at the moment. Doesn't have a pocket Akali. They've spotted out Odie. Seo, but that's about it. As Igna needs to be very, very careful here, as he was almost caught with that root. With the root of Senna. I'll learn what it is one day. It's like grasp something, probably. I don't know, it's void. Or it's not void, it's the other one, the not void. The Shadow Isles. And that's a Hollow Radiance finished, my goodness. It's not every day you see a Hollow Radiance, but it is very good when you do see it. And with Kotapanko being the main carry here, I am fully okay with this being the purchase. So, good job from Lions to have enough money to buy it. Though he's bought 2 cheap items. Frozen Heart is famously cheap this season, and Hollow Radiance isn't that much more expensive. Now, Rainbow 7 doesn't need really... I mean, they're just looking for one fight here to just break open this base, because one fight with a Jax and a Scion can mean a lot for your turrets. Can mean the end of half of your base. But they need to find the angle if they are going to hunt for it. They have really good team fighting with this brand already and the Jax. Just need to find an angle or a way to actually make that into a fight that matters, or into a fight that they can pull things out of. Because they're going to keep this mid-wave pushed. They can't really just force the Baron. They can try and force the Dragon. That's a bit easier. As Odie going to land the Q onto Virus, but the Root not going to follow it up. You can see the total gold. It is shockingly Odie. But he also has 3 kills, as Ganks has been found by Summit, and Summit's just going to be able to walk away. Actually dealing damage is pretty nice. That's the depth charge landing onto Igna, as well as the Pillar of Flame. Oh. Igna got very close to meeting his doom there, but not going to in the end. As Lava is just going to stop Kotapanko from sieging entirely, and that is the power of the Scion, really. It's just this big, beefy wall of a thing that's telling you you're not allowed to touch the wave anymore. You just get to stare as I do all the things and push it into you. And Canic Rookern, so you're not even doing damage to him if you tried to. It's like you would be doing any more. Xiaoni going to jump onto Summit here, but it's going to be a mostly even trade. Actually, kind of negative for Xiaoni. Summit has Tunneler. Nothing stops the Tunneler. He is ahead in items. But that's also just in gold spent. He's just ahead in gold spent. He's not actually ahead. And now Leviathan, I guess, getting some control of the river here, but not that valuable as the hook going to land onto Virus already, and that's going to force the Featherstorm out early, and there is the ulti of the Scion coming through, but he's locked under a turret. The Dawning Shadow going to try and bring him to safety, but the turret autos will follow and kill him, but that's going to be traded back by Odie. The hook, heaven and earth, hits Xiaoni the Flash onto Summit, or onto Kotapanko, going to be able to drag him to safety eventually. I goofed that one real bad, but Kotapanko will survive with the Divide is what I meant to say, because I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Summit flashing onto the Azir, trying to get anything, forcing out the ultimate instead, as... Or Leviathan going to call for the Baron here. They know. They could see the teleport coming through, but they double teleported. They actually don't know who's on the Baron right now, but they're assuming everyone's on it, obviously. And Summit is here. Summit has the opportunity to do something that can really turn this game around. Here comes a teleport from, not Lava, from Lions. It's going to be the Baron, but they're not going to be able to get everyone out. Kotapanko will lose his life. I think Virus does have the Baron on him, and he needs to run from Odie right now, because if he dies to Odie, that is a huge target that is Baronless. And it will be Baron, at least for Leviathan. But that is a Hail Mary play. They need to see if it's going to work out in the end. And this all starts with Virus getting hooked. Doesn't have, or has the ulti available, just doesn't really pop it yet. So It's a dangerous situation so far. Dawning Shadow going to connect with almost all of Leviathan, but there's Summit running for his life at the moment. The Glacial Prison not going to connect. Zhao needs to land this stun, but it's going to be countered away, and Summit should be able to just walk away safely here. And now it's actually Leviathan who are getting collapsed on, and that's going to be gank stunned up. Here is Odie. Here is Lions. And Sayo and Lava join in, and Sayo's gonna pick up the kill onto the jungler of Leviathan as Zhao, on the other hand, running to safety for now. But he's still got a little bit of a run to go, but he will be able to get away with this Baron-empowered recall. As Odie not going to check the bush, and that is a RFC for Sayo right now. Igna just following Odie around a little bit, not gonna do too much of anything. No chance Igna does a thing to Odie. And Lava going to find both the wards, of course, just going to clear them out. Get some money for himself here. And this is really a 1R Leviathan going to do. They went for the Baron, and it's not working. The Baron was a good play, decent enough, and they can't do anything with it anyways. They gave over Soul Point. They need to find a play that actually gets them into the game besides forcing Baron. You can't just force the Baron and say it's okay. That's not going to work. Especially when you lost Baron on your tankiest member and your... Actually, no, Johnny did get away eventually. Sorry. You can see the damage. Kodapaka right up there. Doing a lot of damage. They just need to try and fight, and they don't have any team fights, really. Meanwhile, Rainbow Seven, again, if they so choose, any fight can be the last one. They have such good wave clear. They are so tanky with that Scion. He could just tank so many turret shots and wipe out so many turrets at the same time that the next massive team fight can be the end of the game here. Like, Leviathan are on death's door right now, and they need to find a way to somehow shut it. But it's not working. They have not found an angle yet. And Lava spotted out, but with info of the Scion, you're not going anywhere. Like, Scion is the last member you should be targeting if you are Rainbow Seven. Or if you are Leviathan, like, Lava is the worst target you could possibly go for, and that's just this tier 2 gone. They can't even try to defend it. Look at the item discrepancy, the health discrepancy. Scion is so strong right now. And then Kodo is just trying to farm up, stop Summit from ending this game. So they're not going to push onto Igna here. What the heck is that recall? Sorry, I just saw Siberian whatever Sejuani for the first time. That was disgusting. That was terrible. Worst thing I've ever seen. And now we have a big hoopla happening in the mid lane. Kodo going to get rid of it, is going to be able to jump away with the shifting sands for now, but this turret might not be long for the world. If this is the situation, but Scion won a catch by Lava right there to tank up the Glacial Prison, and Jouney's way too deep, and Jouney will fall to Odie, and the healing burst comes through. Summit is just almost full health, only fighting, ganks off in a corner. Doesn't really change that much, and the the Featherstorm coming out to dodge the hook of Lions, and now Summit pushing in this this bot tier 3. And the mid-tier 1 being pressured, but they do at least delay with the Sun Disc right now. But the Drake in 10 is the most important thing. And with all this push, Rainbow 7 should be very capable of picking this up. No problem at all. Is this base? It is base Senna. It's not every day you see base Senna, you know that? Usually you see true damage. But Summit gets the wit's end. He's taking even less damage from Kodapako. And this all stems from this great flash there by Sayo to get away from the Glacial Prison. They think they have an angle, but because that doesn't connect onto Sayo, that is just a complete waste of an engage there, and it will be Drake Soul over to Rainbow 7. A clean 4-0, a very late 4-0 because of how late the Drake stacking started, but Lava's just going to start going forwards into 3 members right there and is just able to walk away fine. As now catching out Kodapako, a great hook into the depths, charge into the root, and there goes Koda. No, he's actually gonna be able to dash away, and that's Ganks picking up the kill here. And now Lava finds a 3-man decimating smash, and this might actually be it. Ganks has fallen as Odie goes on a killing spree. Zhaoni is next up, double kill for Brand, and Rainbow 7. I think the victory march has begun, but there's not enough they can do here. It's going to be very difficult. They're actually just going to call for the Baron. It sounds like a... Oh, that's a Hearthstone. Not call for Baron, but call for something. I can't remember what it's called. They've spotted them out, but they don't have a way to steal this. Do they have the damage to scare them off at least? Lions is barely taking anything right now, but Koda's going to be able to shred him pretty quickly. And there's the Scion going forwards, but he's just going to cancel the ulti and get the flash out of Kodapaka with his Baron for Rainbow 7. And the end is nigh for Leviathan here. 9,000, almost 9,000 gold behind Drake's Soul in the pocket of Rainbow 7. Now you got the Baron, 3-item Brand, about to be 4-item Brand soon enough. Once he turns that into a death cap, it is going to be impossible to do anything to him. And this all starts. Great flash ulti from Lava Lions. Great follow-up. Greatest hype man in the world to follow that up. The Dawning Shadow would have killed Koda there, but it doesn't come through. They did get the shutdown, but Lava finds a great decimating smash to stall and do a good chunk of damage to Zhaoni and Ganks, and that is just a big issue. Scion has become a big problem that Rainbow 7 don't really have to, like, that Leviathan just don't have an answer to. Oh, the hook lands. But now they're trying to find a way to get down Lions, but he's going to be able to flash away to safety, and Lava's just tanking up the turret. Odie picks up one, Lions picks up the other. There's 2 members left of Leviathan, and it's going to be Virus getting away. No, he won't. Odie picks up 2 kills here to close this one out. They are looking for one more, but they are most importantly looking for the Nexus, as they send 2 to look for Igna, but Rainbow 7 curb stomping Leviathan in game 1 to go up 1-0 in this best of 3. And it is so well played, and just Scion, man. Scion. They did I wasn't expecting to see Scion today. I don't think anyone was expecting Lava to pull out the Scion mid of all things, and it worked like a charm. He just got to side lane for free, and they had to send multiple members to answer him, or those turrets would disappear. Same thing with Summit. Just side lane, and if they don't answer you, it is death knell. Death knell to your team, death knell to your like, you couldn't write. I mean, you couldn't write a more weird, but it works kind of game. But Rainbow 7 continue to just be kind of angry. Kind of mad at the LLA for losing. Tested out twice, but that's a different problem for someone else to solve. For now, Rainbow 7 lead 1-0, and I'm going to take a long break this time, so I will see you in just a little bit. Back for game 2. Alrighty, welcome back for what might be the last game of the day, and what moves us to just 4 series to go on the season, or on the regular season. That is, we still have the playoffs, of course, after this. But Rainbow Seven up 1-0 after a surprise Scion mid game from Lava. I mean, it made a big deal. It took a lot of turrets, made a lot of pressure that Summit eventually would use to further, of course, increase his side laning pressure. And it just never seemed like Leviathan had a grasp on the game at all. Jowney didn't get involved. Kotapaco didn't really get a moment to do anything in team fights besides deal something. Like, he only dealt damage, and that was it. And that really sucks. Virus never got a chance to do anything. Igna didn't really have to do much of anything this game. Didn't have a chance to do much of anything, even if he wanted to anyways, so it didn't really matter. Because Rainbow Seven just outclassed them, pretty much. And we saw this happen, of course, not even the previous week. The first time these two teams met up, Game 2, they just eventually outclassed them entirely. Jowney had a rough landing phase, got a gank, maybe made it a bit more playable, but eventually he too would, of course, succumb to the power of Odie and oh my goodness, my glasses. Odie and Lava playing the map very well. They didn't even have an answer for the Nautilus, really, and Seo also got pretty fed compared to, like, it was just a bad game to be Leviathan, and they got the draft they wanted, I think, but they didn't get the execution they wanted. Maybe they didn't account for the goofiest pick in Scion mid. I don't know, but it's just how it goes, and we're going to need to see Leviathan come back chins up, because if they don't, this is not going to be a very competitive second game, and Leviathan will be relying on Isurus tomorrow to get the job done for them so they can finish off Infinity and take the upper bracket seed. Is how it is sometimes, but it really need to see something out of Leviathan. They didn't really get proactive. They got smoked by Odie in mid, and that just felt like the beginning of the end. There was never really a moment where it was like, the comeback is starting. Like with All Knights and Estral had that moment where it's like, oh, the comeback is coming. And then All Knights had the moment where, oh my god, they're stopping the comeback. And then Estral put them swiftly in their place. But never a moment like that for Leviathan. It just felt like they were chasing Rainbow Seven the entire time. Don't fall. Where it just felt like they were chasing Rainbow Seven that entire game, just looking for a way to get into it, trying to get purchase in the game, and they just never could. And it snowballed out of control to their eventual defeat, of course. What was that? Sorry. Main gas stuff. But that is a game I would say LaGuardia should be very proud of. They should be very happy to see their team performing like they should, or as expected to, especially when Estral and Isurus have had moments of weakness. And by that I mean Isurus have been looking weak for a while. Estral had a weird moment of weakness today against All Knights of all teams. That was a weird experience for all of us, but it happened. And now 1 win away from double-digit wins. I believe, I don't even know how long it's been running, but once again, 1 win away from double-digit win season. Gotta be nice. And to do it with a new roster once again, and to once again do it without your star jungler of yesteryear, is nice. Is it's gonna be, they just gave Seo Callista? Wait, what? They just gave Seo Callista. Why? Huh? Okay. Sure. I actually don't know why, but they're going to take the Draven in response. We've seen Virus go on this before. Interesting hover from Ganks, to say the least. If I do say so myself, I would say. But, Draven on Virus here is interesting. Gonna take extra long today, thanks. And it's going to be Rel locked in, so this is a flexible pick they can put onto Igna, they can put it onto Ganks, whichever they choose. 1 and 2 so far for Virus on this Draven. Some games, one of the losses I remember just being very good. I believe that was one against Estral. It was Estral or Isurus that it happened, and it was very interesting, to say the least. And it's going to be a Talia blind. Okay. Oh my god, my phone wants to annoy. Shut the hell up. Alright, my phone's annoying me right now. And that's going to be Sejuani taken for OD. We saw Ganks not do super hot on this pick just a little bit ago. So I believe OD is going to pilot this to a much better success. Or to a much more successful game. And let's give you the final pick here. Are they going to take the mid laner, or are they going to take a support here? Because they might want to grab the Renata, but finally with Nico on or re-allowed in the LLA, we're gonna get our first Nico since 14-2. Remember, Nico was disabled for weeks 5 and 6 because of a bug that Riot determined was not going on the tournament realm bug list. So here we are, first Nico in half a month. Let's see if Kotobanko can bring it to a victory. Definitely dropped the numbers. Oh my goodness. Definitely dropped Nico's numbers because of that. I mean, my god. Nico's numbers took a big toll. Presence took a big toll on patch 14.3 originally because you couldn't pick her. But now that the Sneaky Tomato back in Latin America and soon to be back in LCS, all is right in the world. Jax banned away from Summit after having a good game on it. It's going to be Poppy taken away from Ganks here. They don't want that Kalista counter to come in just in case they do think of putting this Rel in the bot lane, which wouldn't be the worst case scenario. They did ban the Renata for themselves, which is an interesting idea to do, but it works better with Kalista than it does with Draven, so fair enough. Is going to be Ganks back onto the Viego? That's got to be the thought here. Because I'm assuming this is going to be Ignabilu on the Rel, and it will be the case, and it's Viego, I believe, again for Ganks. Second game of it? It is second game of it. Lost previously, so hoping to flip that result to a W, keep this series going, keep their hopes in this series alive. And what is going to be the support response? It's going to be Alistar Kalista. A very good pairing, but Alistar 1 win in the season, or on the year for... Oh, excuse me. Alistar 1 win on the season. Not looking great. And it's going to be Renekton blinded here. We're back, baby. Ackerman was the only one to pick up the win, by the way. Shadow and Rebel were the other 2 players to pick up 2 losses each. Interesting that we see a Renekton blinded, and it's just going to be Cassante for Zhao in response. Okay. Renekton picking up in presence thanks to buffs and being a very blindable top laner, of course, which we've seen in previous seasons. Always a blindable top laner if you know what you're doing. It's kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan of the Renekton. I mean, oh my god, this patch, absolutely a big fan of the Renekton. He is just good. They just buffed him. Just because they buffed the Croc, so expect him to pop up a ton more. Oops, that was the wrong button. Expect him to pop up a ton more as patch 14.4 is rolling out. around in every region pretty much. I believe. I mean, it's already here in LLA, if I'm not mistaken. No way they're doing an LLA, actually. No. Patch came out last week, maybe. But draft secured. Rainbow 7 on the verge of 10 wins. Leviathan looking to come back, make this a 1-1 series at least, give themselves advantage over All Knights in the case of a tie in match score, so they have something to go off of. It's 9-15 to 9-15 right now. A win would put them at 10-15 and would lead, even in the case of a series loss, would actually put them ahead in terms of game score, which is always what matters most. But possibly last game of the day, on to the Rift Rainbow 7 Leviathan. And we can see very boring, uninteresting openings here for both teams. Not shocking. We're not going to see the crazy thing that the All Knights and Estadal pulled out. Both teams, all 5 into the top jungle for reasons unknown. And that is Kodo getting a little aggressive with his positioning, but doesn't really matter. 2 Dravens. That's more Dravens than any team should have. More Dravens than anyone should have to put up with. As Igna's going to get chunked out here pretty hard. They wanted to get some damage onto Kodapaka, but not going to come through. They're going to get a stack onto Virus, but now Igna is getting stunned up by Summit, forced to flash away, and that is a good force there from Rainbow 7. A bit of a very big overextension there from Leviathan. I don't know what their angle was. I don't think they had an angle, even if they want to say that they did. Because there's no way they get that level 1 play with the champs they have. Unless they get the craziest Nico Q of all time. Not happening. And Lava and Kodo going to just trade back and forth here. As Summit going to land an infuriated stun onto Johnny. And Johnny's just going to take a Grass Prunk. That's all he needs. Grass Prunk, call it a day. And Lava getting some push here in mid. Did that kill a minion? And Lava going to hit level 2 first, so he's actually able to... Ooh, Kodo just getting level 2 off of that minion out front. So we'll actually get to clear this wave out, but misses some minions as Rainbow 7 getting push in this bot lane. Zhaoni getting push in the top lane is a little impressive, actually. I'm a little surprised by that, but it's not crazy. Is Lava going to get hit by the Blooming Burst Tangle Barbs combo there? Not that bad, nothing crazy. But it's going to be Zhaoni getting very aggressive here onto Summit. Has the level 3 now, so the shield available to him. Summit going to get juggled by the Q3. He's going so low. If Zhaoni wants to try and go for something crazy here, not going to happen. The Q going to heal him up. The Koldamik using that empowered champion heal. But in the bot lane, things going down. Kodapaka going to be able to land the Tangle Barbs, but doesn't have the Blooming Burst to put the hurt onto Lava. Still going to put the hurt onto Lava, but here comes Odie. Does Kodo flash in time? But there's the Tangle Barbs out to force the Arctic Assault out. But Odie still can go for this if he feels confident enough in his play. But he will not, actually. But now Ganks landing the stun onto Odie. There is the stun coming through. But a great flash force out from Odie. But a great flash force back onto Ganks there to try and follow this. And now Igna gonna get the cleanse out of Seo, but it's Alliance who needs to try and survive. It's Igna who also needs to try and survive, but that's gonna be first blood with the Rend, and it's gonna be second blood followed up with Kodapaka picking it up, and now Ganks in a bad position. It's gonna be a double kill. Virus needs to kill one here if he wants to get out of here with his stacks. Has the flash available, actually, if he needs. Just gonna keep the juggles going. Will eventually flash away, and it's a 2-for-1 for Rainbow 7. A hectic fight, and somehow it's Virus not picking up a kill there. Kodapaka going to hit Lava with a little bit more, but going to finally get his recall, and that was Lava coming in on a teleport, actually. So he had backed already, picked up a tier, and That was really it. Igna's here, though. Igna has Hex Flash available, and now Ganks is here as well. Lava has the Flash available. There's the Crash Down. There's the Tangle Barbs, the Blooming Burst, and it is Kotapaku sending Lava back to the spawn. And now Summit, yeah, has the wave push against Jowney, as he probably should have for a while now. He is the the not tank in this tank matchup. In this tank bruiser matchup, he is the not tank, but he just let himself get pushed in until he just gets free push because he's now 10 CS ahead. But it all starts with Ganks lighting up Odie and Kodo hitting a max range Tangle Barbs and getting the double flashes out of the junglers. And then Igna comes in. Great cancel on the crash down there from Lions. Great cleanse on the Shattering Strike there from Sayo. And Virus just doesn't have the damage yet. But it will be Kotapaku picking up one here. Ganks gets smacked around. Sayo is able to just survive for now. Just able to jump around, and everyone just is so low, but just not enough. Not low enough yet to be able to do anything. And now Summit going to get aggressive onto Jowney, but Q3 available for Jowney here. And Summit going to be able to get the Dominus up. So the threat of him just nuking Jowney very real as the dragon, not the turret. The Drake started by Rainbow 7 much faster than the previous first Drake of 13 minutes. This one falling just a bit after 6 here. Look at the run stacks. How much damage is this going to do? That's a lot of stacks at the moment. Almost half of its health bar, so from 16 to 700 is a bit of damage. Kalista stacks, yeah, Brand is just very strong. His Ganks going to go for the Void Grubs, and we've seen the losing team take all the Void Grubs this game, or all the whole Void Grubs this today even. It was a 12-0 in favor of All Knights, and it just didn't matter. I believe it is now 7-0 in favor of Leviathan. No, Rainbow 7 got a set of grubs. They definitely got at least 2 grubs last game because they had it on their Scion. That was scary. So, the majority of grubs going to the team that lost so far. Let's put it that way. The losing team is winning the grub fight, at least. I mean, priorities in chat. Get the grubs. They're awesome. Sayo just going to keep positioning aggressively. Got the mana refund from leveling. Not even a refund. Just got mana from leveling up. Is the correct way to put it, I guess. As Jowney has landed the stun onto Summit. Or Summit landed the stun onto Jowney. I was reading my positioning wrong. I was waiting. I thought it was going to be an all-out. Jowney just looking for an angle here. Can't really do much at the moment. So I'm just going to keep stacking up this wave, keeping Jowney under the turret for as long as he can, pretty much being the goal of the game. You can see massive CS difference here as stuns traded from the supports, and Virus is just going to try and lay in some damage. It's pretty much it. It's all on how is this Draven. We're playing the Draven game. So welcome to Draven games. We talked about it before. We haven't had one really like this season. At 15 minutes, Draven picks up a kill or he dies. That is how it goes almost every single time. We will go to 15 minutes. We will have a team fight at 15 minutes randomly. And if Draven wins that team fight and picks up a kill, he will scale and the game will be pretty much over for the team that isn't Draven-sided. Unless they get a really good fight. If Draven loses, the game is over for the team with Draven. It's such a stupid minigame that you have to play. It's a weird minigame. But it comes with playing Draven, and right now it doesn't even look like Draven cashing out is going to be that big of a threat. Unless he dies, in which case it really wouldn't be that big of a threat, but depends on the axes he juggles. That's pretty much it. So we got about like 7 or 6 minutes before we'll see if this Draven will be valuable this game. Because he could very much not be. That is kind of the reasoning behind the Draven conundrum. The Draven conversation. Will Draven be useful? Who knows? But we can see Summit and Jowney trading. Gank's gonna land a quick stun onto Lions and just walk away. Igna getting aggressive here with Virus. They know Lions is coming back, though. Going to land the stun and going to get juggled here. But Sayo is going to have to jump in, and is just going to get airborne. Igna is going to be able to flash away. There's a cleanse out from Virus. There's a 2-man Pop Blossom, but one of those men is Lava, and that's going to be huge as Ganks is jumping into the backlines. He needs to kill, so he gets resets, and there it is. And now Lions going forwards, but it's going to be 2 for Ganks, but Sayo finds a killing spree on or for himself here as he takes Ganks out before any more damage can be done. It is no cash outs for Virus, most importantly. So the Draven game continues. I said at 15, but it's usually how it goes. No one fights until Draven says we have stacks to fight, but from this point on, there's enough stacks for it to be Draven. It's enough for it to be a worrying Draven play. Like, from here on out, the moment Draven dies or gets a kill is a key determining factor, and it looks like it's going to be Draven dies. There are 4 members of Rainbow 7 down here, and there is no chance Virus survives this before getting a kill. Gets a kill before he dies here, and it's going to be Lava picking up the kill, and the Draven game is over. Call it done and dusted. Rainbow 7 are going to win this game. As Kodo is getting chased, it's going to be a double kill for Lava once again. Another multi-kill in back-to-back fights. A pair of double kills now. 1 for Ganks, 1 for Lava, and it is just over. This game is done. Rainbow 7 have put the monster out of his misery. And so, it will be Leviathan walking away, tail between the legs, and not victorious likely. It seems already. And Sayo, great reaction there. Oh my goodness, Sayo, no cleanse, had to flash there. Great reactions. Like, oh my goodness. Actually, no, there's the cleanse. I hate spectator bugs. Annoying. Spectator bug, it shows the current cooldown of the summoner spell the moment that you start the replay. That's the cooldown. And this play went on for a while. This is actually all just relying on Sayo clearing this wave, pretty much. And then they rotated everybody over for a fun time. And then Leviathan noticed something was up, tried to disengage, and it was too late for them to even try to walk away with their lives. And it's going to be 3 for nothing here. 3 for 0 is devastating in this play. And now you have a fed Kalista, you have a fed Talia, and Virus is just going to be behind the whole game now, pretty much. Just how the story goes. Boom. Oh, I always love lining those up. They're so fun. And it's Ganks trying to continue to use his early item advantage to put pressure on Rainbow 7, but it's not going to happen here. I also believe this should not be a finished item, actually. Never mind, I lied. Yeah. Building 2 different items right now for Odie. Odie just wanted to get the bombies down, as most tank junglers do. As most tanks do in general, actually. Like, most tanks just build a bombies even if their first item isn't a Sunfire or Hollow Radiance. It's just good. Is Kodo clone on a ward, so he knows where they are. Kodo gonna dodge away from everything here. They know it's Kodapaka by this point. And it's going to be Odie trading back the grubs, actually. So it's going to be a 3-3 split here. So everyone going to have some increased or some enhanced turret siege, but no void mites. Sadness. I like the void mites. They're cool. But Ed and Eddie will fall for the second time this game at the hands of Odie on the Sejuani. My goodness, even when you put Sayo on an actual ADC, they're still gapping the CS diff. Doesn't matter who you put them on at this point. You have Lions farming on the Nautilus. He's going to gap you. You put Sayo on the Kalista, going to gap you. And there's Lions. Actually, a good buffer there from Ganks to get away from the headbutt. And Sayo going to read the flash play there. Now, Sayo going forwards. There's numbers advantage coming in. Johnny gonna land a Q3 here, but he's gonna get stunned by Summit, and it's gonna be Sayo going on a rampage already. And now going forwards, Summit has found Igna. Lava comes in with the Weaver's Wall. Odie goes over. There is the Glacial Prison. It's a double kill now for Summit. They're chasing down Kota Paco. Make it 3 for the Croc, and Summit is showing Johnny how it's supposed to be done. 3-4-0. Rainbow 7 get out of there. I mean, go in with a near scary situation with Sayo having to jump away from the Pop Blossom and end it with 3 kills for Summit and a first turret, and now the Rift Herald. Started by Gangspin. Saw the control ward and has to disengage there. Rainbow 7 are in such a good spot now. Double teleports. The secret tech everyone loves. The secret tech everyone should know. Double teleports. They're awesome. It looks not suspicious at all, and it's crazy. So the Pot Blossom already stomped. Zhao went forwards, stunned himself. Summit stunned him following that. And then it's just continuing to go forwards as they're trying to dive here. They're trying to 3-man bot lane, but they're spotted out. So Lava going to be able to just get away with his life here. Might even get something onto Igna, but won't in the end. Gonna have to just wave clear against Johnny here. Shouldn't be too difficult. As actually, now the teleport here. Zhao lands, but the crash down going to not connect. The Heartbreaker will connect in the end, though, and that's the Pierce of the Veil for Gangs. I was going to say Summon, I don't know why. Meanwhile, Summon gets top turret. But Gangs doing it right, and they will get a shutdown onto the Viego. They will get the mid... The what? Hold on, what? Oh, bot turret. Oh, Nico. Okay, I was going to say, wait, what? No, that was Nico, but it shows the not Nico. That's confusing, but it's going to be the bot tier 1 in retaliation. As Lions just threatening here, the Rift Herald down, so the threat of that mid turret going down is pretty big as they're trying to lock down Odie, but here comes Lava jumping onto Virus straight away. He's going to be able to dance away, and that's going to be one already for Kota Paco, but it's going to be traded in kind. As it will be Ignabilu falling, but it is going to be a nice shutdown. As X Portal away, that's going to be a nice shutdown, actually. As Ganks has found Lions and is going to just walk away. I was going to say, Kodo picking up the shutdown onto Sayo is really huge. That's a lot of money, as there's the Tangle Barbs coming in onto Lava, and there's the stun and the all out. And does he have the damage to finish the job? He stuns himself, but no, he does not, and it will be Xiaodi falling to Odie. In the end, the Tangle Barbs came through, but there was not enough damage behind them, and it is Rainbow 7 once again grabbing a free kill pretty much at the expense of Leviathan misplaying horribly. And this starts out so well. They have the 4-on-3, and then it's a 5-on-4. Virus actually able to just get away here. Virus being fully able to get away is huge, but then the rest of Rainbow 7 just have 3 people ganging up on poor Ignabilu, and he's sent to a shallow grave in the river. A watery grave in the river. And this is also going to be in exchange for the mid-tier 1, so that's the second Drake for Rainbow 7, so their Drake stacking is slightly stronger now. Or, I guess, slightly better, or worse, depending on how you look at it, because taking multiple dragons does make your Drake taking worse, actually. It's weird. But, is how it is. You can see the total damage. Lava's doing so much. Kodo, yeah, I'm impressed Xiaoni's doing that much. It feels like Xiaoni shouldn't be doing that much, or that he isn't doing that much, but he just is. He's full tank, by the way. Cassante. Such a dumb champion. My god. Full tank. It's third most damage in the game. I'm damaging the actual damage carries, as that's going to be Kota Paco getting locked down by the Glacial Prison there, and the Tangle Barbs coming through, and there's no follow-up. at all. So Koda gonna be able to just walk away only using the Proto Belt. Or Rocket Belt. Sorry, it's not even a Proto Belt anymore, man. I hate the new item name sometimes. But now, it's kind of the lull. 4,000 gold ahead, my goodness. 20 seconds still Baron. No one's going to be taking it for a while, though. Rainbow 7 have very good Baron Siege. You can see what I mean. Virus is just going to be behind forever because he never has he has not been able to cash out, so what are you going to do about it? As Lions is going to get the combo there. Sayo unspotted, though. Is just going to be able to walk away. They want to get onto him, most importantly, as now Lava coming in, walling off Leviathan. Actually, very interesting wall there. I guess chose to not jump into the fight, which, yeah, given that they immediately disengaged it, makes sense. An interesting Weaver's wall, I guess, to force Leviathan to disengage unless they really wanted to go. If they called Lava's bluff, can they even win? Even if they called Lava's bluff, I don't know if they win. Because if they go in and Lava jumps onto the left side of the wall, of course they lose that fight. Like, that is a no doubter. But if they called Lava's bluff there and just engaged onto 3, maybe? I can't see it, but who knows. As you can see, the mountain that Leviathan have already made for themselves here. 4,000-ish ahead. Actually, now almost 5,000 behind. Damn. It's getting ugly out here. It's getting a bit dire. Dire, docs. Boom. It's very dire out here for Leviathan at the moment, as Rainbow 7 are just walking into their jungle and taking whatever they please. NCR joke, I don't care. I thought about something and I just didn't communicate any of it. Just good on me. But now it's only 4,500 ahead, actually, so they solved the problem that they created. But now, Glacial Prison landing onto Igna, but there's no seismic shove, but that's a flash. QW Lions picks up the kill onto Igna Bilu in some portal combat, but now Ganks lands the stun. Here's the Pop Blossom. It's going to be one going over to Ganks. A great airborne from Lions, though, but Ganks is resetting. But Jowney's going all out and running. Sayo picks up 1, 2 for 1 for Leviathan's demise. Oh, no. That was a huge lag spike that Sayo just had. I could see it. But all that for a mid-tier 1, and now the dragon spawning in Rainbow 7 going to go to Soul Point, no doubt about it. Both junglers down, but they have a secondary smite in the Rend. And that is a 2-item Callista that is just terrifying. Summit isn't taking damage anymore. And then Igna gets absolutely locked down, and then Lions coming in clutch. And maybe, just maybe, there was an angle if this Pop Blossom absolutely huge, but it never catches Sayo. Are you kidding me? 3 for 3 on Pop Blossom dodges this game for Sayo. It's absolutely unreal that this guy is getting this many reads. He has gotten 3 reads on Kotapako's engage. Perfect reflexes every single time, man. My goodness. Guy is just so damn good, but doesn't even need to do anything because Lava's doing 5,500 damage almost. Like, doing almost 5,500 in a single fight. As Lions caught out, but he's going to jump onto Ganks, and now Odie's going in. That's going to force the Heartbreaker out. But there's the Glacial Prison, but Kotabako finally going to land one onto Sayo, and finally Virus will cash out, and that could be the start of a comeback here for Leviathan. It's going to be a double kill now for Virus, and that is absolutely massive for Leviathan. They have a Draven with money in his pocket now, and they are looking for the Baron. Odie has to be careful here. Can't afford to go down. They need this smite. Do they have an engage? Do they have a fight to take? Doesn't seem like it's the case. They have delayed the Baron at least. But it's still an uphill battle for Rainbow 7. 4,000 gold behind. Draven will get some money here, though. Finally getting a chance to cash out and just get some kills. Always a good thing. And it starts with them thinking they found ganks, but now they know that there is no flash on Seo, and finally, Kodapako able to land the perfect Pop Blossom he has been planning this entire game, and they get a pair for it. They take down the shutdown on Lions, which is a sentence I didn't think I was going to say today. As you can see, that Rainbow Seven have started the Baron, but it does not come to fruition, and Igna has just given his life away. A virus, picture perfect cleanse. Xiaoni trying to run away now, doesn't have the ability to jump the wall, but he has his team behind him, but there's the stun coming through. There's the airborne from Lions, and Seo picks up the kill onto Xiaoni. 3 items as the terminal. Or the terminus. Whoops, I always mix those up. Over the wall goes Lions, and Lava will pick this one up. Rainbow 7, 3-4-0. They are starting the Baron. As you can see, Kodapako looking for the ultimate flank of all time, but I don't even think God himself could find a perfect plot blossom for this play. As Lava jumping in, and he's been rooted by Kodapako, and not happening. And there's the ulti of Draven coming through. Not gonna matter. There's the Rend securing this kill, or securing the Baron there for Rainbow 7. 5 members wearing the purple. And Kodo trying to just find a kill onto Lava, but he has just found a new way to die. Lions' 3rd kill of the series. And Igna just gets caught out. My God. Brutal. That was not even like that's Lions' 6th kill of the what? Why does he have 3 kills? Well, one of them he was Nautilus farming, fine. But the other one is an Alistar, man. Alistar is good basis though, so that's fair enough. And they do find ganks here. They're raining. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice. And then Kodo thought maybe he had a potential angle to retake, but not gonna happen. Summit is just gonna wipe this turret out. Doesn't even need the demolish. Has so much damage now. 3-item renekton. As we're going towards a wit's end on the Callista as well. And this is just so dangerous now. Because Summon has so much damage going forward. Seo has so much damage to just deal to the, like, Summon has enough damage to eliminate the backline. And Seo has enough damage to eliminate the front line. Is Xiaoni going to get juggled into Rainbow 7, and Lions has 4 kills on the game now. The Moo Cow Alistar is fragging out. And Ganks is just going to get zoned by Seo. That is literally the situation Leviathan have found themselves in, is that Seo is stopping Ganks from backing. Kodapako 3 items, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to save this game at the moment. Or Virus, 3 items, not enough to save this game at the moment, it seems. As at least they're proxying 1 wave, but they're just gonna go back and kill ganks here, it seems. As the ward cleared off of the portal. And now Rainbow 7 begin the hunt for a jungler. And they found ganks. There's the wall coming through. Over the wall, Lions has found him. Ganks is trying to run, but it's Seo going on a killing spree, and this will be the soul over to Rainbow 7. Oh, no, there's not even a chance. Okay. Not even close right now, and it is just impossible to see this come back through. Leviathan are in such a hole right now that I can't imagine a comeback here, like, at all. Ganks just trying to stall for time, trying to get an angle here, and maybe hiding to steal away this dragon, but Rainbow 7 have other plans. They don't work in promises, they only work in assurances. And now 3 items on every member besides the support, besides Lions. And even a 4th now, Wit's End for Seo is going to be critical in making sure Kodapako lands even less damage onto him. Easily most gold in the game, 8-2-7 on the Callista. And, I mean, the rest of his teammates, no slouches. 1-1-3, Sejuani, Summit 4-0-6. 4-4-14 on the Alistar for Lions. And Kotopako's gonna find the engage, but there's no follow-up. Koto gonna go golden, but that's a 4-man. Fate's call coming through. It's a double for Sejuanians, one more for Seo. Jumping forwards, and they are going to just end this game. They have lined it up. Double kill for Seo to close it out. They won't get the ace, but they will pick up 10 wins. Once again, they're going for ganks. They want it, but he's gonna go golden and deny them the ace. What they wanted in the end, and it will be tomorrow. All Knights can claim top 4 with a win against Isurus. It's gonna be Lava dying. Ganks technically has another kill here, but the Nexus will finally fall to close this 2-0 on Leviathan. And it will be 21 wins on the season, 10 series wins, and 21 game wins overall for Rainbow 7. They take their final bow of the regular season soon, but for Leviathan, it is... I mean, you look to Isurus and you hope that they find their form again, because Isurus have not been looking very good. And you need them to lose so you have a chance to beat Infinity on Thursday to claim the last spot in the upper bracket. And oh baby, is this going to be... I mean, this is going to be exciting. Not that every game matters from here on out. So, the stakes for this game, for the next few games. Tomorrow, Isurus All Knights. All Knights win, they claim upper bracket. Isurus don't gain or lose anything. They cannot be knocked out of third place anymore. And then game 2, with a win, can they even claim? They could. There's an angle where 6 Karma technically could. With a win, 6 Karma can keep their hopes of 5th place alive. It's not happening. And more importantly, with a win tomorrow, Estral go undefeated to become the first team to do so in the LLA. And then the final day, Isurus 6 Karma, no stakes unless 6 Karma win tomorrow against Estral, in which case they would be able to potentially claim 5th place. And of course, final game of the season, Leviathan versus Infinity. If the All Knights lose to Isurus tomorrow and Leviathan win on Thursday, they will claim 4th place. Otherwise, both teams losing or All Knights winning tomorrow means All Knights will take the last seed in the upper bracket. But that will do it for today. 2-0 Estral in a very weird series to go 11-0. Weirdly close. Sorry, there were horns. And Rainbow 7 stomping Leviathan to go 10-2 just because they wanted to. They didn't even need to win this game. It didn't really matter at all. They weren't falling out of second. They weren't climbing to first, sadly for them. But always fun to have. I mean, always fun to just win the games, play your best, maybe whip out some fun picks like we saw with the Scion mid today. But that is it for the Kimchi Cast. Week 7, day 1 in the books. 2 more days to go. This has been Leo. He's been just sitting here. I have been Max Kimchi. This has been the Kimchi Cast. And as always, have a good night.